My phone.
You need to bring up your notes for your character sheet and stuff too.
No, I've got the. I've printed my character sheet. This is just for our own, so we know.
Do you need to where to keep notes? So you don't have to keep them on Google the whole time.
Okay.
I have a spiral notebook right there. Okay. I can make sure our note taker still takes notes.
I have my notebook right there.
Otherwise, we'll have no paper. No, you have that much of it. That's for you. We asked awkwardly asking what happened during my game at 3 a.m. when I go to bed.
Oh.
He never has any clue what he's talking about, but he acts like he's interested.
Because he's a good
Yeah. I should have put paper on this.
Well, ready to go, Sarah, whenever you are.
Oh, okay. Are we ready?
Yep.
Yep.
All right. So last session, you went to the church and the priest asked you to retrieve the bones of the saint. And you went to the coffin maker's shop and locked him in a room, got the bones back, and made it back to the church, retrieving the bones and making the church a sacred place protected from the evils outside again. You're locked in the city. The festival is set to start in 3 days, at what time you'll be released. But right now, you are here until the festival starts, where you can partake in the happy activities, because remember, all is well.
Oh, I forgot about that.
You
Forgot about that.
the last thing we discussed was that we were going to go meet cranky old lady.
The missing daughter?
No.
Oh no, the doll. Not anything but the doll.
Yeah, well,
doll shop.
You haven't been to the Blinsky toy shop, which is where the doll came from. You haven't been to the Burgermeister's house, which is where Ismark went and told you guys to kind of just go your own way. You haven't been to.
We were gonna go talk to the.
You also have the stockyard that you crossed when you were going to the coffin maker, where you heard the cat sounds, or that you sensed the cat. I think Pix did.
We're gonna talk to Lady Fiona and check out that stuff.
Is there a winery?
No, the winery is outside the gates, so
Okay.
y'all can't do that quite yet.
Fine.
So, do we follow up on Kraken's cat sighting or cat smelling? We're gonna
It's about noon,
That's my
so it's lunchtime if you want to go catch a bite in the inn, or you can go do whatever you want to do. The town is yours for a couple days. So.
Oh, good. More dog meat.
where we were. I can smell the cat.
I can't remember what we were deciding to do the last time. I thought we had decided to go do
We
something.
wanted to go see Lady Fiona was what we ended on.
go see Lady
She checked
Fiona
her notes.
and then go check out the cat smell.
Okay.
Why the dolls? Ooh. I hate dolls.
Well, whatever you guys decide.
Smell first.
Let's go, Ethan. Let's go check out the dolls.
The dolls are low priority.
Because no one wants to deal with the dolls.
Let's go. Let's go, Ethan. Go chase after the cat.
So we going back to the inn to eat since we get cheaper food there since we have the room there. Maybe they've got all the shit off
Yes.
the bar by now.
We think the bard is gone, though, right? Can we not interact with him again?
Terrible. I don't know how sterilized they can get that bar.
Yeah. And somebody decided to kick shit all over it.
I forgot about that. Let's not eat there.
Forgot that you kick shit.
Not only do that, but blame the young children for it.
Blame
As you should.
walked in for lunch. We decided to give you another chance, despite this morning.
Yeah, as we walk up, you just see the city health inspector slapping condemned on the building.
Well, that wouldn't happen here because that's not happy.
True.
Well, neither is typhoid.
I tell you to be happy about it.
Oh.
Is there anywhere else to eat, or should we go back to the inn and just not eat at the bar? We could eat at the tables. Those didn't have shit on them.
Sure, why not?
Oh, okay.
It's supposed to be a fair. Are there any funnel cake vendors?
Yeah,
You
there's a
could-
taco truck somewhere.
You could go to town square.
Yeah.
There's vendors there selling different stuff. Or, you know.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
I
The
thought
place
that
where
was where we were at because I was stealing
No,
shit
we're-
from vendors last time.
you were stealing shit from vendors.
Yeah.
Well, we were at the square, but then we left and went to the church.
Right. Right.
So back to the square or back to the
Oh
inn.
yeah, we were.
Y'all ended at the church because you just returned the bones.
I also feel
Let's
like
go in.
it's been that long. Like it hasn't been that long since we've eaten. Because after we should
No, it happened.
on the bar, we went to the town center, and anybody who wanted to eat ate from the people.
Mhm.
So let's go back to the coffin maker's shop and let Kraken track down the cat smell.
All right.
Works for me.
Alrighty.
He's
So,
just gonna pee on it.
Yeah. After somebody be brag and piss on the cat.
Put a dead rat in your boot.
so you head down back towards the coffin maker's shop. As you pass the Blue Water Inn, you see a sign across the doors that says "Closed in preparations for the festival."
Cover.
In other words, get off the bar.
I imagine there's one patron outside just bitching about it. Well, that's really shitty.
Oh lordy! All right.
Kraken, find the smell. Where's the kitty?
So
And
I
not our
take a
kitty.
step back.
you make your way back towards the coffin maker's shop. I can't talk, which is the one on the left. But instead, Kraken takes you over to the stockyard to the right.
Are there some slave kitties?
I hope not.
And
If so, we're about to have a slight mutiny. Because cats are sacred to my goddess, and that's not happening.
there's a large stockyard that has several locked sheds among its peripheral and lies adjacent to a roomy warehouse. A wooden sign above the front gate reads, Arisk Stockyard. Parked at the south end of the stockyard is a sturdy carnival wagon. Its colorful paint peeling off, faded lettering on its side spells out the words, Rictavio's Carnival of Wonders. A heavy
Aw.
padlock secures the back door.
Isn't that your boyfriend's wagon?
I just reach over and Gibbs slap him on the back of the head and say, "Can you go unlock that, please?"
And let me see if I can share this real quick.
Knock
You
first. We could knock.
Just
God,
because
I'm hanging out with the rogue too much.
if
I
you
just automatically told him to lock the
if you knock first, then we know if he's not home, and then you can lock the gate.
Oh, fancy.
Wow.
Living the high life.
So you're approaching the wagon.
Where is this light coming from in this torrential rainstorm?
True. Maybe it was just a freeze frame on a lightning flash between
It's a
two.
wonder.
I guess.
It's wonders.
Ooh.
It makes you wonder.
So I'm gonna post the rogue and be like, "Hey, why don't you like knock on the door and if nobody answers, maybe pick the lock." Or see
Well,
if
he's your betrothed. I think you should be the one to approach the door there.
Okay, while they're having this conversation, I'm gonna fly up and start looking through if there's any windows, and seeing if there's any windows that are open.
Okay, you fly up and you get right up on there and you're searching for windows, and suddenly the wagon lurches as though there's something big that's thrown itself against the inside wall near you. You hear the cracking of wood, the scraping of metal, and the snarl of something inhuman. Upon closer,
now he's turning.
On the side of the wagon.
Upon closer inspection, you see that the sides of the wagon are spattered with dried blood. You also see an inscription on the wagon's door frame that reads, "I bring you from shadow into light."
Okay, are
Well,
there
I guess
any
I should
windows
open
that I
that
can
door,
see?
huh?
I want to
Tom?
do the shave and a haircut knock to see if it knocks back 2 bits.
And I'm still looking to see if I can see through any of the windows.
You
Go ahead and lock those chains.
Don't unlock
Yeah,
that. It's not unlocked that yet.
You try to look through, but it is boarded up tight, and there is nothing. You just hear a lot of like snarling, and every time like you get close, it lurches to that side. Something's beating against this thing. Pretty rough.
Can I from one side to the other side to the other side? Can I make a dizzy?
Is this what Kraken centered? Like,
Class with animals.
What was that?
I'm gonna turn to Graylage. Barbarian, do you still have that speak with animals where you were talking to
Yeah.
Kraken? Yeah.
that's what I wanted to know.
And when that thing started lurching, Kraken is like behind the Goliath, like tail between his legs, shaking, and he might have peed himself just a little bit, and he's whining.
But it's not cat, so it happens to be a tiger.
We haven't rested since I told Kraken to pee on something, have we?
No.
Okay, no, I don't have it any. I've got to rest. I do long rest.
I really do want to do the shave and a haircut because I want to know if it knocks back.
You can do that, and it just lurches to that side and growls even louder.
Okay, so it's not smart enough to just knock back 2 bits.
Nope, it is not knocking back to
We
it.
determined that detect good and evil went really wonky in Grover, right? So I'm not gonna ask.
All right. So
Yeah, I
we
mean,
tie the dog up to the wagon. I unlock it. We bolt, and we see what comes out of there.
Nod.
What?
Just like Jurassic Park, we've got a pretty good fence here between us and the wagon. What could go wrong?
Out the wagon.
I will blow your feet off.
What is in your wagon?
Can we investigate roll or something to see if we recognize a noise or a smell or
That's a damn good idea.
smell half orcish?
yeah, give me an investigation.
Whoops, not that
And
one.
does anybody else have as good of a sniffer as Kraken?
Where's my investigation? Oh, it's not great.
How thick do you say the walls of the wagon are?
I mean, they look pretty sturdy. I mean,
So they're not
sturdy
like
enough to.
they're not 3 feet thick, are they?
Probably not, but I mean, they're pretty sturdy stuff. So it's not like a cheap little thing. It's holding
Okay.
something within it. So.
I would like to step up next to the wagon,
Mhm.
and I'm going to do the detect magic spell as a ritual,
Okay.
and it lasts up to 10 minutes.
Okay.
So, what do I sense?
Hold on 1 second. I just gotta double check here.
I think you would like the detection scale.
As much as I hate to make a habit of it, why don't we just burn it down?
Because there's something alive in there, and it might be able to help us.
You don't detect anything.
I don't detect.
It doesn't sound like it's very helpful from out
It's
here.
coming from the darkness into the light.
Let me double check one thing.
So yeah, into the light. Fire has light. Throw it in the fire. It's perfect. Your riddle has been solved.
Cracking.
Actually, you do sense some holy magic.
Transfiguration.
Holy magic?
A little, just a slight sense of holy magic within.
Just the tip.
Just the tip.
Is it in the wagon itself, or is it in the wagon that I'm sensing the magic?
It's in the wagon.
Okay. Would I don't know what I would roll for this, because it would be like perception, intelligence, whatever. Would I have any knowledge of how weird creatures would show up on my detect magic thing?
Or what would show up as holy
Or
magic?
what would show up as holy magic?
I mean, you as a cleric, you know previously that, anything blessed by a goddess or anything that anything in your purview. So, it could be anything from holy water to a blessed weapon to a blessed creature to,
Okay, so I'm gonna.
But it's not a great concentration. It's small.
Okay.
So
We should burn it down. There's something giving off a holy energy inside, whether it's the creature or something else.
Here's what I'm thinking. I saw Octavio early this morning carrying a big sack of who knows what out the inn.
mhm.
I
I'm
think
assuming-
he's coming here and feeding this thing.
For the creature.
Yeah, it's probably children. He's probably feeding children.
I'm betting it's a bunch of giant wolf steaks, but okay, you could go with children.
There's nothing in this land that would
Those are the
not
only
lead
two.
me to suspect it's children.
That's a good point.
Yeah, that is a good point.
My other thought is, what if the creature inside is Rictavio himself, and the bag was a to-go box for him, and he locks himself up when he's going to become whatever it is? But
Did you
that's
see
like,
that to clear it to you?
Well, I can understand how one of our party would not want him to die outright, but I think he's eating children if that's the case.
Okay, so I'm just going to pass that by.
Is that why she was so concerned with sensing where people was holy? No, I'm sorry.
Bad DM. Bad.
Do you have a detect carnal sin?
We'll know when the holy goes away.
on a chip shard. Thank you for that.
So our options would be to either stake out the wagon, Fabio, so we would know whether or not it is him in the wagon.
Buy a steak. Bribe the creature.
Smoke, give me a
Pry any of the boards off, or they boarded it from the off the.
Give you a what, sir?
a perception check.
Oh boy.
There's something that he keeps not noticing, and it's always when we talk about the bard.
Yeah, that's a 19.
A 19. With your roguish abilities, do you look at those chains and you deduce that he could not have locked himself in there if it is him because of how they're configured? There would be no possible way. So if it is him inside, he would have to have an accomplice.
Even though he's wondrous?
Chains are made out of.
Or, maybe if he was a mage, he could use mage hand or something of that nature. But there's no way he could physically lock himself in with the way they're configured with the cross section and the padlocks.
Yeah, that makes sense. So I don't think
He's
I
not
don't think
weird. What
the
if
bar locked himself in
Yes,
there because the chains are on the outside. It's not locked from the inside.
With that 13, can we tell if they've been recently, like if they're regularly open and shut, or is this whatever it's been in there for a long time hanging out?
I mean, there is dried blood around the doors, but there's also fresh blood. Did you notice?
Is there any way we
Oh,
can
like
take the doors off the window, or are they boarded up from the inside?
They are boarded up pretty sturdily from the inside. It would be pretty hard to.
Not
It is
maybe a
meant to
window
keep. It is meant to keep everyone out and whatever's in.
Well,
Okay, so the way I see it,
I hate to ask this question because it could be a bad idea, but should we just let it out? See what happens?
Yeah.
Worst case
we all-
scenario, it rampages across the town and kills everybody, but this little paradise is doomed anyway. So what do you say? Just open it up?
I think
I'm
open
kind
the door.
All right, that's 2.
of like,
If we're all at full health and full spells, I'm fine.
you know, just like a pixie size hole. You just like
to invisibly peek in.
Yeah, if you can create a hole big enough, I can just become invisible and look in and see if it's a werewolf or a were-tiger.
Or just what the fuck is
Doesn't see you.
Well, my question is, what if it's not a weird creature, then Rictavio's carting around some giant pet cat? For some reason, what does a bard need with a giant?
Guys, he owns a circus. What if
Carnival.
it's
It's a
tiger?
carny.
He's got a carny locked up.
It's it, the clown.
The circus. Pennywise, I'm leaving.
We all play.
Down playing.
Okay, hang on. I have another spell.
Open the door.
Don't open.
All right, I'm
No,
gonna.
don't open the door. Hang on.
I'd rather try to punch a hole so we can at least like look and see what it might be than just straight up.
Yeah.
Okay, wait a minute.
Let's punch a tiny hole in the roof for Pixie to get in.
Are there any holes anywhere in the roof that I could peek my head through?
Don't
No,
stick
this
your head
thing-
through, you'll lose it.
This thing is sealed up tight.
Okay. What if we try and find Rictavio or stake out the wagon? Because he's got to come back eventually, or he's got to come out eventually. And we question him. That way we don't possibly release a rampaging monster on the city we're locked in.
Or like a rampaging on a fire monster. If we just that's also.
It's DM.
Mhm.
On the 2 doors, is it just a padlock and the chains, or is there an actual keyhole locking mechanism in the door that I could look through?
It is.
Because my head is big enough, it can fit through a lock.
It is all padlocked.
Okay, so there's no actual like physical keyhole lock,
No,
like
no.
a regular door.
It's just the padlock chains, and then it has one of those things where you like push the bar over and padlock it.
We could put this on hold for now. Go talk to Lady Fiona and figure that shit out, and then come back and hopefully find Rictavio.
I mean, whatever's in the wagon's probably not going anywhere.
I just feel like opening it without knowing.
The wagon could go somewhere. The thing in it's not going to go anywhere, but the wagon could easily be hitched up to a horse. And
Not for at least 3 days.
Yeah. Town's on lockdown. They're not going nowhere.
The worst case scenario, as I see it, is before we get back to it, someone else opens the wagon, and then we go, "Oh, that's what was in there," and then we kill it anyway.
If we can wait till tomorrow after Justin has a rest and he has speak with animals, maybe he can talk to it.
I'm thinking that whatever's in there, they're planning to let it out anyway. The town's on lockdown. It could be a slaughter. They seem really into wolf attacks at night.
Does Pix have alarm spell?
Yeah.
Yes, she does.
Can you set alarm on something and us be on the outside of the perimeter, or do we have to be in the perimeter?
Oh, I don't know. Hold on.
And is it concentration?
Well, she just couldn't turn invisible. It lasts for 8 hours.
It's a 20-foot cube.
You have to be within 30 feet to set it.
But it doesn't say anything that I have to stay with it.
Yeah, you just have to be within 1 mile of the warded area. It says you set an alarm against unwanted intrusion. Choose a door, window, or an area within range that is no larger than a 20-foot cube. Until the spell ends, an alarm alerts you whenever a tiny or larger creature touches or enters the warded area. When you cast the spell, you can designate creatures that won't set off the alarm. You can also choose whether the alarm is mental or audible. A mental alarm alerts you with a ping in your mind if you are within 1 mile of the warded area. The ping awakens you if you are sleeping.
Okay, so set an alarm around the wagon. Make it where the party can pass through it without setting off the alarm, and make it where a mental alarm will go off if anything leaves the wagon or if anyone comes to the wagon. And then we'll have the mental alarm saying, "Hey, something's going down at the wagon, and we can book it back."
I like this.
Oh no!
Oh, you're back.
There you are.
Did you hear the alarm playing before we got lost?
Yeah.
So yeah. All right.
Because I feel like
Fly up over the wagon.
that
Fly
was
up on top of it. I'm gonna fly from side to side and make it shake a little. Just because it's fucking funny. And I'll make a cube. Right on top of it. Right around it.
You're setting an alarm. I thought you were doing something else.
No, I'm gonna flatten it like a fucking pancake. What the fuck did you think I was?
Oh, Lordy. All right, so it's alarmed.
What startled it?
So, do we want to go find Lady Fiona?
Sounds good. Let's go.
Now, is that within a mile of this place? Because if she's out of
That's
range,
the thing is whatever we do next has to be close.
Is Lady Fiona, okay, could we ask somebody is Lady Fiona located in the city, and is the city bigger than a mile?
It looks like it's a couple miles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Not a few miles.
the key is on the bottom, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
so it's well,
Oh wait, no.
It's about a
it's about a mile.
Yeah.
Okay.
so. As long as we're in the city, we're within a mile.
Mm-hmm.
We
Yeah.
can go find Fiona. We also need to remember the coffin maker up in his shop, and should probably check on him at some point to see if the thing upstairs
It's
ate
only
him.
been like 3 hours. He's
Yeah,
fine.
I know.
No, whatever gets him, he deserves it.
Oh no, he probably deserved it. I just want to see what he
What coffin
Okay.
maker?
I don't know what you're talking about.
So
We didn't see any coffin maker.
That paranoia monster
yeah.
eats him.
Okay.
My notebooks.
All right. So you get directions and you find the Watcher estate. The house seems disgusted with itself. A slouching roof hangs heavy over furrowed gables, and moss-covered walls sag and bulge under the weight of the vegetation. As you study the house's sullen countenance, you hear the edifice actually groan. Only then do you realize the extent to which the house hates what it has become.
What is the house?
Monster house.
Why would we have fucking sitting at houses again?
So is that a figure of speech, or does the house actually feed itself?
Oh shit, not another haunted house. No more sentient buildings.
We're not setting this one on fire when we're in it.
You've learned from your mistakes, huh?
So it would seem.
Can we go up
Yeah,
to
no
the
punching.
front door or the entrance and knock?
Sure.
Can I do shaving a haircut again, just because?
It's like I want somebody to knock back. Damn it.
All right.
I'll go and knock on the door.
You gonna do shaving a haircut? If you get 2 pence back.
I'll go up to the door and
Really, you're not.
You did the whole thing.
Yeah, that's kind of pointless.
What's your intelligence modifier?
Oh, Lordy.
Okay.
Just give me 1 second. Boop.
Not the brightest crayon in the box.
Get y'all all positioned up here.
Erase everything. I gotta remember that I took.
Okay. So you knock on the door, and after a few minutes, this maid opens the door, and she looks at you and she says, "Yes, how may I help you?"
Hello.
Ready for you, man.
Hello, miss. We understand that your mistress is looking for some help.
Oh, okay, yes. We are hiring. All of you are looking for positions, and she kind of looks especially at like Girlich and Bryn with her skull mask. she kind of leans back from the door just a little bit.
Well,
Yeah, all of us.
we were wondering as to what kind of position she had available and what she needed help with. Exactly.
Well, I mean, why don't you come in and talk with her? I will lead you to the foyer. Just follow me. And she opens the door and lets you guys enter. Just give me 1 second. I thought I had that pulled up.
Now watch your heads, low ceiling.
Whack.
Oh, wait a minute. That's the wrong place. Y'all are coming in this way. Ugh. So, yeah. That's the side.
Oh, were we that rude? We went in through the basement door?
Exactly. No wonder she was like, "What? These crazy people. Why are they in the basement?" Okay. Here we go. Watchers. Okay. So you enter in to the front door, and you see a narrow vestibule, 3 stained glass doors and wooden frames lead from it. There are 2 doors to your side, and the maid gestures. She says, "If you would like to hang up your coats or any such thing, you are welcome to do so in the closets."
Leave your pants on.
I think most of us prefer to keep our equipment with us. Thank you.
That's
Oh.
easy, too.
All right. And let's see. Where is the parlor?
We do have a deacon.
I think that's right. Okay, yeah. So she says right this way, and she leads you through a doorway, and there's some stairs, and then she leads you through this doorway on the left, and you enter into this area.
Kitchen.
An ornate dining table stretches the length of the room. The crystal chandelier hangs above it imperiously. The silverware is tarnished, the dishes chipped, yet all are still quite elegant. 8 chairs with their backs adorned with sculptured elk horns surround the table. Arched windows made of a lattice work of iron and glass look out into the small fog-swept estate. And right across from that is the parlor where the maid says, "Sit, sit. I will go seek the mistress." 3 elegant couches surround an oval table made of black glass. All are set in front of a blazing hearth, above which hangs the portrait of a smirking nobleman sporting a broken nose, with a tangle of hair graying at the temples. Several smaller portraits hang on the north wall.
Can I go take a look at those portraits while we're waiting for the lady in the house?
Sure. Okay. Alrighty. So what are you looking for?
When we were in town, we heard that she has 2 sons and then a daughter that's not been seen lately.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you're just...
So I look at the portraits and see who they, like, if I can kind of figure out if these are, like, the family members or something.
Okay. Give me a perception check real quick.
As eyes. 13.
I hear
Nope.
you.
Oh, I didn't hear the roll. I'm sorry.
13.
13?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry. Okay. Let's see. So the portrait above the mantle is pretty large, and it depicts a man, and underneath is a little nameplate, and it says Lord Nikolai Watcher. The other portraits around the room depict a woman with two sons, you assume, and a daughter. The sons both look exactly like Nikolai, and the girl looks like the woman. And then there are other pictures around that seem a little bit older of what you assume is other family members because they resemble the main portraits.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
No problem.
Yeah, while we're here, I don't like waiting, so I'm just gonna turn invisible and go sit on Bear's shoulder.
Okay.
I hate it.
So yeah, so y'all are sitting around just chilling. Nobody else wants to do anything, right, before she gets here?
Nope.
Nope, I'm bored.
Okay, cool. Boop, 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 boop. So in walks share Lady Fiona Watcher.
Oh, why does she have that one?
Sweet haircut.
So yeah,
She's got the most fucked up Princess Leia hair I've ever seen.
It's a cat sitting on her head.
So is that an active bitch face or a resting bitch face?
it definitely looks like a resting bitch face. This looks like her normal thing.
And does she have that pet, whatever the fuck it is, around her neck?
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, and she comes in and she kind of looks you guys over. She's got her nose in the air and she's like, "How can I help you?"
We were informed in the village that you required assistance. We came to see what kind of help you might need.
Oh, well, I am looking for people who are willing to help me out with a little problem I have. You seem like you've seen some action. Am I correct in that manner?
Well, we've survived Bavaria so far, so you would be not wrong in your assumption.
We met the bard, but we refused him.
Oh, a bar? A bard?
I'm just saying, we didn't see any action there.
It's not like, what? And then she kind of gets where she makes that assumption. She's like, oh, okay, yeah.
There's no action.
Well,
I got that. What we get for letting the pirate teach you about real people.
Yeah.
well, she's like, well, I really need people who are not of the city and who I can put some trust into. Do you think that you are those people?
We are the most trustworthy people you'll ever meet.
Give me. Let me.
Yeah, definitely not of the city. You're in struggle at the moment, so
Okay, Brian, Smo, give me I guess a persuasion just to see if she believes you or not.
Yeah, do you want
She's gonna
persuasion?
roll.
Yeah, the
That's a
imp is on
17.
her shoulder, isn't it?
Huh?
The imp is actually on her shoulder while she's talking to us, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I'm fucking with that thing. I'm invisible. I'm just gonna fly up over and like smack an ear
Oh.
because I don't like the way it's staring in my direction.
You're invisible. Like it's not staring at you.
I don't care. I'm invisible. And unless
Oh,
it's an
great.
imp from hell, it can't see me.
Where else are
God, I
imps
hope it's not an
from?
imp from hell.
Okay, hold on. Now I've got to find his damn stats. you guys automatically go and start.
No, not you.
No, one person.
Oh lordy. Okay.
I would like to point out that thus far, Lucy and I have not started a fight with anything.
That's true.
It didn't attack us first.
The only thing I tried to start a fight with that didn't attack us first was the house, and we all learned that it deserved it.
Yes, this is true.
You know,
Directed.
if you had dispel magic, maybe you would behave some more.
I don't like imps. I don't like them. They piss me off.
You
Sometimes I
only
think
kill one priest's son, and after that, it's all over.
Well, for you it was.
For him, it was.
With his little fingers. I have anatomy questions. Is it like a little crab? Meaning. Are there other limbs? Like, what are we not seeing?
I think that's just one hand on her shoulder and the rest of them is tucked behind her.
Yep.
That looks entirely uncomfortable then.
Okay.
Oh,
Looks
for
like you're kind of spooky, though.
He does. He's an
You
imp.
go and you flip this thing on the ear, and he turns right to you, and he looks at you and he smiles, and his teeth are pretty razor sharp.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna go. I don't like imps. I don't like them. They piss me off. They're assholes.
He's just
the one starting it.
he's just gonna giggle at you, and then he all of a sudden goes invisible.
oh fuck. Now we're gonna be fucked with because we about the imp.
Yeah, none of y'all can see either one of us because we're both invisible.
He can see you.
And Lady Fiona kind of notices that he went invisible, and she kind of cocks her head, and she looks back at you, and she's like, "Well, let's sit and could I offer you some refreshments as we talk business?"
Absolutely.
Lady.
All right. She calls out to the maid, and she kind of like does her hands, and she orders some food, and she gestures for you guys to go and sit around the table. And you all sit down, and they serve some food. It's little bits of wolf steak with cheeses on top and such.
So what became of my persuasion check?
Oh, I don't know.
Well, I said I got a 17 and I put it in chat.
Oh, I
So-
know. I know.
All right. Well,
So while
glad
everybody else
that's
is sitting,
all.
I'm still invisible. I'm just gonna fly by Bear's ear and tell him. I'm just gonna be like, "Put food in the pocket," as I go back and play tag. You know, the really evil type of tag with the fucking invisible imp.
And the imp's kind of playing with you. Well, would you be able to see him?
Yeah.
You can see through invisibility.
Can you see through invisibility?
If it's a spell, I can't see it if it's a natural ability. Unlike if he's from hell, he can see through all magic, in natural and non-natural.
Oh, well then no, you can't see him.
Oh, great. So this really is his thing of tag. This is going to be fun.
But he can see you.
You can see me because he's from fucking hell.
He can see you, but you cannot see him. No.
Pretty sure hell is kind of where hips come from in general.
So you all sit around the table and you enjoy this really nice food. She serves you wine and it's all like top-notch stuff. And she kind of just starts chatting with you guys and she's like, so how did you come to our wonderful city?
By the main road.
She kind of laughs like hauntingly, like, well, I know that, but I meant why are you here?
We were abducted. Homes, worlds, whatever, and brought here by Strahd.
Have you ever seen The Mist?
She looks at you like, are you insinuating that I am a moron?
No.
Well, no.
Are you talking to me?
She's kind of talking to all of you. She's just kind of like,
why would you assume that?
I mean, I've lived here my whole life. I know how outsiders come. I know about the mist. I'm asking how you came to Vallaki.
I'm gonna look at it.
Normally outsiders start in Barovia, and we don't see many come this way unless they're made of more than the normal stuff.
We met this truly insufferable little shit Burgermeister kid who made us come here and then ditched us. And now we're trapped in the walls.
Son of the former Burgermeister of Barovia to Vallaki for safety.
Oh, so you brought them, Irina and Ismark to Vallaki.
You're half right.
Yes.
We brought Ismark. Unfortunately, Irina was
a burrito.
Road.
Yep. She was made into a human burrito. That's actually very accurate. Nobody knows exactly how she was taken from all of us.
All of us completely trustworthy folk.
Yeah.
So then we had to bring the annoying little shit brother of hers over here, and then he stormed off, and we haven't seen him since. So we're looking for work. Stuck in this town.
Oh, so
to kill somebody? Why?
Well, I mean, I don't know how familiar you are with Vallaki, but our local burgermeister is not as useful as he could be.
We've been given the impression that he's kind of a narcissistic moron that controls your town through all is well and forced festivals.
That pretty much sums it up. And he
seems to be the main way to elect a burgermeister is their uselessness, apparently.
Unfortunately, that seems to be true, but I would really like to change that, and I really think that my family lineage puts me in a great position to lead this town to the glory that it could be if the current burgermeister was no longer in his position.
Why do I have the feeling that you're not talking about him retiring to a nice sunny parcel of land?
Well, I mean, do you think such a person would retire?
Not likely.
Have you been to the town square and seen the children locked in stocks for being unhappy and spreading it as it were a disease? I mean,
I thought that was just a fun game they were playing.
No. The burgermeister position is unfortunately inherited, but I truly believe that my family should, have this esteemed honor. I mean, after all we've done, it just, and she just kind of shakes her head. It just, I can't understand it. But hopefully we are working towards rectifying that situation, and it would assist me and such. I would reward you handsomely, of course.
So you would be a kinder, what you're saying.
Well, I mean, you have to do what you have to do to make things run correctly around here, but I would not be insane, or I would not be unkind without purpose. I mean, every leader has to make tough choices, and I would definitely be willing to do such, but I think that without a moron leading us, that we could seek greater glory.
So is she, sorry, this is out of character.
Yeah.
Is she essentially beating around the bush where her side quest for us is a coup?
Yeah. Basically, she wants to have
Be in
the
power.
position.
I don't care about my missing children. Like, meh.
Oh, well, I mean, y'all haven't
We
really
haven't
brought
even
that up yet,
Yeah, so we haven't asked her about her kids.
All right.
but
Since I cast see invisibility, it lets me see all invisible creatures, including those that are ethereal.
okay.
My happy butt now can see our lovely game of tag, and I'm going to take that happy game of tag upstairs.
Well, you cast See Invisible and you don't see him anymore.
Oh, that little fucker left.
Blink or something?
You were playing with yourself.
Yeah. All right, fine. I'm still going to take it upstairs.
So
I'm
you're
gonna
just
see
going
if
to
he
go
does-
exploring?
Yep. She doesn't know I'm there.
So, if we were
Do you
to
know
help,
this is happening? Because I think my character would be very disappointed if she couldn't see you guys chase each other around.
All y'all
Yeah.
know is Pix went invisible and the imp went invisible.
Really, Pixie's just chasing herself because the imp isn't here.
Yeah, now I know the imp isn't here and I'm pissed off and I said, fuck it, I'm going upstairs and I'm looking for this asshole.
All right.
if we
so-
were to help,
So she
help
heads
install
upstairs.
I'm looking for the imp.
Yeah, go ahead, guys. I'm gonna continue with you guys for a minute. So
who are you telling to continue? My lady, if we were to install you into the seat of power, do you have, you said it's a inherited position, do you have any lineage to take up the spot after?
well, yes, I have my two boys. They are both young and very good stock to continue on the family line.
No daughter? I thought I saw a female portrait on the wall.
My daughter is part of the reason that I want to take this position from the bastard Burgermeister, but I shall not talk about her.
It helps if we can understand our motivations.
She's the
let's-
only one not talking about her. Everybody else. Blah, 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 blah.
My dear Stella was sent to court the Burgermeister's horrible son in an effort to gain the position in a more savory fashion, but they returned her broken. And she is no longer fit for much of anything. So that is part of why I am ready to take this step and get rid of that horrid family forever.
Did she end up with monkey feet? Look at the parrot.
You know, I'm not dressed as a pirate currently. I do
I
want to
didn't
make
say
that very
look at the card out loud.
clear.
She looks at you and you get the sense that she really thinks that you're feeble-minded. And give me a perception roll, Solus.
As I'm holding my wine goblet in my monkey paw, just cross-legged and slowly sipping every now and then.
Another time go out. When the woman does tell anything for her, I'm like, yeah,
Solus, you
and
also
that I
get
understand.
you also get the sense that this woman like has hated you from the moment she saw you. Like she really doesn't like you. She's not like openly hostile, but you can just tell like she does not like you.
She is not.
I want to get closer. I want to come closer to her and
Just like this is a cat. Know somebody's not a cat person. They're like, hi.
Yeah. So, Pix, when you were flying by the den, give me a perception check.
Non-natural 20.
Okay, you noticed that there is a guy standing off to the side in the den, and he is eavesdropping on the conversation in the dining room.
Fine. Hi, back. And I just gently lean over on Bear's shoulder and go, you're being watched. And then I fly back upstairs looking for the fucking amp.
Wait, who did you whisper that to?
In the bear's ear.
Okay, I jump up and I look
Whisper
at her.
that
Is
too?
there supposed to be anybody else
You
here?
can't see me.
Yeah, you whispered.
Yeah, and then I flew back. I'm flying back up the stairs. I'm still looking for the fucking imp. Be on a mission.
Lady Fiona.
not a fairy. That's offensive, not a fairy.
Lady Fiona looks at you startled a little bit, and she's like, I mean, my staff is present. I think my sons are out.
Is anybody
Why?
supposed to be listening to what you're saying?
I mean, I'm not sure what you mean.
Perception check. I'm looking for anybody. Pix whispered to me.
Yeah.
Thank you. Can you guys not hear us?
No, y'all cut
No.
out every now and then.
Like, I'm hearing you fine, and then you'll just cut out, and then, like, I hear you again. That's why I missed the rolls.
I don't think I heard that yet. Here. Okay. Act like we like each other. Act like we like each other. Be right off the bed.
It's not cooperating. It's fine.
What did Girlage roll for his perception? 12.
12.
You look over and you kind of scan the room, and you do notice that by the fireplace in the den, there is a human male standing there, just kind of in the shadows. He's just
Straight
like
to him.
leaned against the wall.
I go straight to him.
Okay, you go straight to him. And he kind of looks, you know, he jumps a second, then he recovers quickly, and he's like, "Can I help you?"
Well, since you're listening in, come on in. Come on into the room. And I kind of usher him roughly into the room.
All right. So you usher him in, and Lady Fiona looks over and she says, Ernst, what is going on? And he's like, I'm not sure. This gentleman obviously wants me to sit down. And they kind of all just kind of look at you, Justin.
Since he was apparently eavesdropping, I figure he might be here. Is it all right for him to listen?
Lady Fiona laughs and she's like, of course. He is my spy. Obviously, he is not doing a very good job of it today, but he is the one who watches out for the comings and goings of the Burgermeister family for me.
Sex. That is true.
You may want to hire a new one. If I can see it, if I could have found him, it would have been it. He ain't that good.
You also have me.
And she kind of gives him a rough look, and she's like, well, he has his uses. And Ernst just kind of bows, and he's like, if you would excuse me, and he leaves.
Uses, huh?
Holding up a hat.
My happy butt is still heading upstairs looking for that damn imp.
All right, so
Back to pics.
Yep, I am a fairy on a mission.
Pixie.
I'm not a fucking pixie.
Oh no!
Damn it.
No, it's just my map. I hate this little golden thing in the corner. It's annoying.
I am a 6 inches taller than a fucking pixie.
Okay, alternative lifestyle person.
Okay, so you go upstairs and you're greeted with a hallway with a window at each end that wraps around the staircase railing. Framed portraits and mirrors festoon the walls surrounding you with judging looks and dark reflections. You hear a scratching coming from one of the doors.
Ooh. Maybe it's the imp.
Somebody brought the wagon.
Sorry, we're trying to look at the map. There are too many windows open. We're trying to fix it so that everybody can see the upstairs.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll start closing some. Hold on. Boop.
You're good.
Is that better?
All right. I'm going to fly to the door where I hear the scratching and stick my head through the lock to see what I can see on the other side.
Okay, so you fly up to the doorway and you hear a plaintive female voice going, "Wow, wow. Can little kitty come out and play? Little kitty is sad and lonely and promises to be good this time. She really does." Scratch, scratch.
May.
Can I see her through the lock?
You stick
putting my head into the lock.
You stick your head through the lock, and you see a dark and musty room. An iron frame bed fitted with leather straps stands near a wall. The place has no other furnishings. Scurrying around on all fours is a young woman in a soiled nightgown. She leaps onto the bed and starts hissing like a cat. And she starts shouting, "Little kitty doesn't know you. Little kitty doesn't like the smell of you. Where are you? Little kitty doesn't like this." And you do notice that this woman, looks like the daughter in the photo downstairs.
So this is what the Burgermeister did to her.
She just starts like arching her back and hissing and like scratching towards you.
But she can smell me, even though she's still technically from him, and I'm invisible.
She smelt something, but like she doesn't know your direction. She just knows that a smell just wafted in. You know, it's not like she's looking right at you. She's just all over the place.
Okay, so it's not like an actual, like, if they had done something to her to make her more feeling. Okay.
No. Like, she's not, like, zeroing in on you, like, ready to attack. She's just, like, sitting there Like she caught a whiff of
Okay.
something at the door and she jumped back and now she's
Okay, I'm just gonna back away from crazy bitch's door. I'm just gonna pull my head out the lock.
That bitch done lost her fucking mind. Done lost. Okay.
all right.
Okay, we're gonna keep looking for the imp. We're gonna look for another door.
Okay, you have, let me see if I can get it to where it shows all these doors. You have the 2 doors across from you. You have Stella's door, and there's another door right there. And then there's a door down here.
I'm just gonna go up to the next door and stick my head through the lock and look into the room and see if I see a fucking imp.
Okay. You stick your head through the door and you see a regular old bedroom. It has a neatly made bed, a table with an oil lamp on it, a handsome wooden chest, a slender wardrobe, and a window box with drapes.
Damn it.
Nothing else.
Damn it.
And you move on down and you see like a little storage closet, nothing of note really.
Next
You
door.
move to the other side. You look through the lock and let's see here.
Whoa. I can now see through all realms. The invisibility has gone to the max of a level 20. Oh my god!
Okay.
Yeah,
Across.
Again.
I'm trying to get this without getting this closet.
You're good.
Hold on a second. Okay, there you go. Okay, sorry. Across from the door, the fire sputters and struggles for life in the hearth, above which hangs a framed family portrait, a noble father and mother, their 2 young sons, and baby daughter in the father's arms. The sons are smiling in a way that suggests mischief. The parents look like uncrowned royalty. Wood paneling covers the walls of the room. A closet and framed mirror flank the curtained window to the south. To the north, a wide canopy bed lies pinned beneath matching end tables with oil lamps. Stretched out on the side of the bed is a man dressed in black. His eyes each covered with a copper piece. He bears a striking resemblance to the father in the painting, which you also recognize as Nicola, the husband in the painting below.
Nicola.
Oh shit! This one.
And you perceive that this is the master bedroom.
Yeah, she's sleeping with her dead husband. Little fucking creepy. Hey, and this is coming from a fucking necromancer. That's okay.
For a while, right? Because the innkeepers of Bathhand, they called her like
Type
Wait,
it
keeping
out,
going.
baby. You're going in and out.
Yeah.
I put on my phone faster.
Yes, that's Rory snoring.
Oh no. Oh boy. Yeah, type it out in chat. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. They
yeah,
did.
yeah. Pretty much. Okay.
So do you want to go into the room or are you just peeking through the
Right now I'm just peeking through. I'm going to go down to the other end of the hallway. I'm going to peek through those other doors first.
Well,
First?
before you do that, let's go back downstairs.
That's fine. I got a whole hour. I'm good.
So you're all eating. Ernst just left. And Lady Fiona is basically just making a little bit of small talk, and then she looks up and she's like, "So, what do you think? Are you up for the challenge?"
What's the pay?
Well, I mean, it depends on what you succeed at. What would you charge?
Well, what do you have to offer? Because lots of money is good for getting rid of the problem, if you know what I mean.
She kind of leans back in the chair and she's like, "Well,
Perhaps.
What'd you say, Chels?"
Do you offer any health potions or enchanted items, something like that, that could also help us?
Tell me about that, Luke.
I don't really think I have anything of that nature to give, but I am willing to pay. Name a price.
Due to the inflation in this shitty country, I'd have to say 10,000 gold. We'll get rid of the guy.
Done.
Perfect.
No. That doesn't bode well.
Before we take your contract, I was wondering, are there any other alliances of yours that we reach out for or perhaps protect?
Not in this town. I mean, of course, we are all aligned to Lord Strahd. I mean, he is the ruler of this land, so. But in this town, everybody is more lenient in that front. And they like to spread lies about him, which, of course, my family has been loyal since the start, so we don't take kindly to such talk.
I don't understand. What sort of lies would someone spread about Lord Strahd?
I mean, I'm sure you've heard them call him a devil and a demon and all kinds of horrible things. Honestly, he is just a man who was cursed, and he does his best, but he's under such horrible, horrible things, and he can't focus on ruling like he once did. So those of us who can need to take up the banner and bring things back to the way they once were and have all this foolishness set aside for once and for all. Don't you agree?
Absolutely. So things like this takes time. We're going to need to do some reconnaissance. So it might be a few weeks before we get around to this. But
I was actually wondering if perhaps your spy had a way of getting into the Burgermeister's tents.
Well, we have been planning to have it occur at the next festival, and she kind of rolls her eyes. The Burgermeister is always present and becomes very inebriated, and should be a little bit easier pickings this time.
Would the guards not interfere?
Well, there are the guards. There's only 24 of them, so if you timed it right, and I mean, I'm not one for these matters, but I suppose you could find a way to fulfill the contract without, causing too much problems there. And once he dies and I take power, they will be mine, so.
Understood. Could you tell us a little bit more about this upcoming festival and why we're required to bring children? Because we don't have any.
Oh, I mean, that is just that he wants everyone there. No one is exempt, even myself, although we do not see eye to eye at all. If you are not present, you are arrested for promoting unhappiness and other such nonsense that he comes up with.
what actually happens on this Sunlight Festival?
Well, I'm not sure. He hasn't had this one before, but if it's anything like the rest, everybody gets roaring drunk and they just have plays and different activities to try to promote happiness and joy in whatever way the Burgermeister believes that that will occur in such a state as we are in. He believes that the happier we are, that the less the darkness will come and take us away. Stupid, stupid man.
Do you have any way?
Oh, Maestro? Oh, he comes and goes as he pleases.
I start like looking at my shoes, making sure I didn't step in anything.
Oh, you're wondering if you stepped in imp shit.
Yeah.
I mean, you just came from the stockyard, so it's kind of...
Yeah, if you stepped in imp, you already drug it through her house.
I'm assuming
too
you
worried
didn't wipe
about
your
it.
feet just by, you know.
No, he would.
No.
All right, so he gets rip roaring drunk every time. It's very public. I've got a few ideas. Where can I buy some alchemical ingredients, or can you provide those for me?
I can have Ernst speak with you. He would be more equipped to do such a thing.
Enough.
All right. Is there anything else we can assist you with as we plan our meeting with the Burgermeister?
No, I do not believe so. I mean, if you hear anything against me, any kind of attempts on myself or my family, I would ask that you intervene. But other than that, just keep spreading the good word of the Lord Strahd, and may he smile upon you.
Yes, may he definitely smile upon us. Good guy. Met him once.
I was gonna say, are you having flashbacks over here?
Oh,
Yeah.
and she gets like super excited, and she's like, "Did you?
Yeah, we bumped into each other in an alleyway.
You got the
Oh,
suit?
you must be truly blessed."
If you haven't seen my feet,
All right.
Oh, well,
Oh, this bitch is good.
a lady doesn't speak of such things, but yes, I did notice. Is that a blessing then? I assumed it was a
Absolutely.
curse.
oh no, blessing of Strahd right there helps me climb trees.
I did not know his power worked that way, but
That one's got a
hanging
skull
upside
for a
down.
face.
Yep, because the skull face totally would save me.
well, then it must have been fate that sent you to my door, since you were blessed by the Lord himself.
It
I am
most
sure
certainly
that
was.
our task will be fulfilled, and I will be sitting in my rightful place before long.
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
Shit,
I'm
I'm
sure
really worried about what the fuck I'm gonna find up here. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit.
Well, I suppose I should talk to your person, and we should get on our way here.
Yes,
What if we
actually.
What if we take the barge wagon to the Burgermeister house and set it free there?
Let's discuss
Lucy
planning
Marilyn.
amongst ourselves.
Yes, I think we should plan
Oh,
amongst
yeah.
ourselves. And my
Nice.
lady, everything that you deserve. And I head toward the door. I'm like,
All right. Well, I think Ernst is on a mission right now, but I will have him find you as soon as possible.
All right, fair. We also stipulate that we get half the reward money now, half upon completion, just to keep us honest, you know.
Oh, well, I would rather not, because if anything were traced back to me should you fail, that would be very unfortunate.
Well, now I have no incentive to even do this if we have no funds to go on. It's very expensive planning, you know, what we're planning.
Kind of has a point.
Well, how about I give you
Half
and
now, half later.
She kind of thinks about it. I could give you 2,500 as a donation out of the kindness of my heart if anyone asked.
It's not quite half, but
It isn't, but if I gave you 5,000, that would raise flags everywhere. If I gave you 2,500,
a lot more zeros. So maybe bring it up to 3, and we'll call it good for now.
roll me a persuasion.
14.
14. Let me see if she counters with her wisdom. No. Yeah, she says very well, and she says the maid will bring you the pouch before you exit. Thank you so much. I have other matters to attend to. And she stands up and kind of bows her head and walks out.
Just bow back to her and pleasure doing business with you, and walk out after them.
Yeah, and the maid kind of meets you guys at the foyer.
The rest of them saw you get that money.
Yeah, the maid.
She hasn't given me the money yet.
Yeah, she hasn't. You like hang around in the foyer, and the maid comes bustling up, and she has a leather pouch, a very nice leather pouch, and it's full of the coins, and she hands it to you, and just turns around and walks off, and you're done.
Are we really gonna let him hold it?
Yep, it's being put into one of my pouches.
Alrighty.
Everybody that Aaron picks.
So
So we got cash.
So everybody exits, right? Except for Pix.
Yep.
Well, since I'm still upstairs while they're still talking to her, I'll exit with them whenever they leave. But
well,
I mean, are you going to know you left that?
How do you know?
Upstairs.
Well, I've been upstairs for a while they've been talking. I'm pretty sure I can hear them down there. Our lovely rogue pirate. He's not the quietest person in the world.
All right. So you look in the next room, and it's a bedroom like the other one. It has a neatly made bed, a table, oil lamp, wooden chest, slender wardrobe, and window boxes with drapes.
Oh boy. All right. That leaves what, one to go?
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. All right.
So
Check the last door.
the last door you look into, and you hear, and you look through the peephole, and the room is crawling with cats. Bookshelves hug the walls, but most of the shelves are bare. Other furnishings, including a desk, a chair, a table, and a wine cabinet, are in the room. It has an irregular shape, and none of its angles seem to be quite right, as though the shifting of the house has set the whole place on edge.
But she has a whole room of cats. Why is the bitch racist against me?
You probably remind her of her daughter.
Yes.
All right. I'm going to back away from the door. I am crazy cat lady. Crazy cat lady.
No. And you hear Stella like getting louder and louder, and she's just like, little kitty is not happy, little kitty this, that, and you hear footsteps racing up the stairs. And
My happy invisible butt is just going to fly over the banister
ceiling, fly back to where everybody else is, and hopefully they're in the foyer by this point and done talking.
All right.
We're
You
gonna have to
pass.
come back and check out that dude.
You pass the maid rushing up the stairs, and you come down and you find everything empty in the front door. Everything's closed. So I had y'all exit the basement again. My God, I gotta keep these doors straight. Sorry.
Well, we are now considered the help, so I guess you can let us know that.
Well, very true. I'm
I'm
just
still looking at the second. I don't even know what side we exited.
Wait a minute. The maid's upstairs with the daughter, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm just gonna fly back up the stairs. I figure, fuck it. If nobody's here, I'm investigating that dead dude.
Okay.
Tiny lady gets a pet.
That dude is fucking creepy as fuck. He's been sleeping with her dead husband. And that is creepy, even for me. And I play with dead things.
Okay.
All right.
So you enter and you fly over to the bed. Nikolai lays on the bed. He is immaculately dressed, quite deceased. Roll me an Arcana check.
$24.
You notice or sense that he is under the effect of a gentle repose spell. That's what's keeping him fresh. And there is an indent on the other side of the bed where you assume Lady Watcher has been sleeping this whole time.
But he does have a copper on each eye, correct?
Correct.
Oh, fuck.
There is a closet in the corner. Let's see, what else was in this room? Bed, the end tables. Yeah, there's the closet, the bed, and there's end tables in this room.
All right. And she has a fireplace in the room, right? That's
Yeah.
what it looks like over there.
Yeah,
Over from the bed, right?
There's a fireplace over there. Yeah.
Fire lit or no?
It was dying. It was like struggling to be alive when you like the flames are
Okay, cool.
are dying basically. Like somebody hasn't tended it lately. But
Sweet. I'm gonna check the rest of the room.
This bitch is sleeping with a dead man. Creepy cat lady.
okay, so
To the room real quick before we fly up that chimney and get the fuck out of Dodge.
you check everything else. You open or you go into the closet. It contains shelves of fancy footwear and many garments, but you notice that there is a very ornate black ceremonial robe with a hood. And as a necromancer, you automatically notice that this is something that a cult fanatic would wear.
Oh, I hate zealots. I hate zealots so much.
You also notice that on a high shelf there is an iron chest.
There's a what?
An iron chest.
Yeah, we're just gonna leave the iron chest alone. We're just gonna look around, make sure there's nothing super else weird
Besides the fucking dead body in the bed.
That's
If
it.
there's nothing else, my happy ass is going out through that damn chimney. I am up and out like fucking Peter Pan.
Alrighty.
Pixie
You head out the chimney, you get very sooty, and you fly out. You look like the dude off Mary Poppins when they come off the chimney.
All right.
And you
I'm
notice
way up at my
that your
vanity.
party, you notice your party members are gathered around outside the door.
And back down, and I'm gonna leave a nice little sooty butt print right on their shoulder. I'm invisible. So I'm just invisible. Because anything that touches me turns invisible, so nobody knows that I'm covered in fucking soot. Yet. So yeah, I'm just gonna sit on Bear's shoulder and go, bitch is sleeping with a dead man. Bitch is sleeping with a fucking dead man.
I'm sorry, do you want to clarify that for me? Like, are we talking like Walking Dead, like, you know, vampire?
Like literally, dead dude in her bed, sleeps with him at night.
Like,
6
literally,
months on me.
For sleeping.
God, I hope it's the first one.
Like a teddy bear or
Like,
sleeping?
No, like all of the above marital status sleeping. All of them.
Oh my.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
So,
Who?
I'm not exactly thrilled about carrying out her plan, but I got some money off of her. But at the same time, the current Burgermeister's a tyrant as well. We're kind of in a shit place, if you hadn't noticed.
Well, I got more good news. I got more good news. You know
Okay.
the lovely. Yeah, bitch is part of the cult.
Yeah, we got that.
I mean, yeah, the hair kind of gave that impression.
We put that together, strangely.
Yeah, well, I ran into all of her fucking paraphernalia upstairs, including her tacky ass fucking cloak and the dead husband. Yeah, bitch is nuts. Find that fucking camp, I'm gonna fucking kill it.
All right. So,
Okay, leaving aside the imp thing for a moment,
No mention of the daughter? Come on now.
the dead guy.
Oh, yeah. I almost forgot. With the dead dude and the whole sleeping and the creepy fuck, her daughter thinks she's a fucking cat. She thinks she's soulless.
But I'm me.
You are you. Yes.
There's only one me.
You are the best you can be.
And on top of that, she has a room full of cats. Full of cats. Like, fucking ceiling to floor packed full of fucking cats. Bitch is nuts.
Oh shit, I just had a really bad thought. What if she sacrifices the cats in her creepy necromancy rituals? Phyllis, we're not going to allow you to go anywhere unaccompanied, okay?
Before we make any louder claims of, oh shit, crazy lady, maybe we should move away from the front of her fucking house.
Oh my god, I didn't even care. I just found y'all and went, oh god, thank god I'm not in the crazy fucking house anymore. I forgot.
Walking and talking.
All right.
Maybe we should go through that window where she's like right next to it, in case she can't hear us.
Oh, I'm just so happy to be out of there. I completely forgot.
All right. So
Well, that happened.
since you guys have qualms and morals and all, what do you think about this? Because I don't care what happens to this town, but I know she's helping Strahd. And I'm not a big fan of that, but also the children in the stocks is kind of bothersome.
Oh,
What if
fuck.
we took care of the Burgermeister and got paid?
I'm not sure I want to see this lady take over the town, knowing
And
she's
put a
the league of that
cultist in his
monster.
place?
I'm kind of suggesting that we kill them both. This is while we're walking.
Yeah,
We're not on her front porch.
Now that I'll agree with.
we're still in the foyer with the maid standing there, waiting to hand you the gold.
No, you said we were walking.
We were
You said let's walk
outside.
away, so I thought we were walking away.
Yeah, I know where the fuck we are. I was being facetious, goddamn it.
Oh,
I closed that map. I don't know why that one's still up. I don't know if y'all have to refresh or what.
oh yeah, it's
Probably,
still
'cause I'm
showing.
still looking at the second floor.
Yeah, I think I have to close the windows.
Okay, there you go.
So she's gonna send her man around, and with that, maybe I can get some special ingredients. Wink, wink.
And we haven't actually gone to see the Burgermeister either. So
I feel like we should at least meet the man. Maybe decide how much.
Fuck him. He puts children in stocks.
Is he gonna be as fucking creepy as she was? Cause damn.
Let's go meet
Smoke. Smo just really wants to kill Ismark.
Like,
That too. I've been dreaming about that.
Okay, I have 2 side points. One, has the alarm gone off on the wagon at any point?
Not yet.
2,
Yeah, I was about to say, I was like,
Not yet.
do we want to go back and check the coffin maker? And because somebody
No.
hired him to do all of this shit.
nope, whatever he gets, he deserves.
Well,
I
Yeah,
hope
let
whatever
him
that
die in
was.
his house. I'm cool with that.
Not
to help
he
him,
told
but
you who-
just to go back and be like, okay, hey, are you willing to answer our questions now? Fucking before.
He told you who hired him last time.
Yes, he did, but I want more information. It was.
He didn't tell us who the upstairs people were, did he?
No, he didn't tell us who the upstairs people were.
Why don't we just burn down the coffin shop?
I'm really concerned about that being your first tip.
One less thing to have to go back to.
What if we send a message to the Burgermeister inviting him to the coffin shop? We send the same invitation to Lady Fiona, and then we release whatever's in the wagon in the coffin shop when they both arrive. And then when there's only one left, Thunderdome style, we burn it down then.
We write in the Wizards and suggest they change the campaign name to Firestarter.
Yeah.
Yeah, because these two important
Arson
people are
abounds.
going to show up at this coffin maker's little dinky shop.
Yeah, that's probably not.
Yeah, I really doubt that.
Coffin maker was hired by a nobleman named Vasily. We have not met a Vasily.
Oh.
I thought that was just to steal the bones, though.
It was, but
Yeah.
by stealing the bones, made the sanctuary unholy, which opened it up for creatures of the night to come in and kill people.
And
So
he
somebody's
also
playing a
told you. He also told you that they rented out the top of his shop and kind of locked him out.
go
He
back
doesn't know what
and-
comes up there.
I want to go
Yeah, there was
back
nothing
and we avoided it last time.
Yeah, you basically
we
got
are
the bones and was like, "We're out of here."
It's because we are awesome.
I mean, I highly doubt
Love the
they'd
mask,
still
by
be
the way.
there. If we went back, I doubt they'd still just be hanging around. Like, well, shit, that plant went there. Let's hang out.
Well, it's still daylight though, and
The little one.
there's the problem is still there.
Mhm. I don't know.
You also have to
Up to y'all.
remember that the mist makes daylight very less around here. It's very foggy
daylight-
and misty.
It basically makes it to where the sunlight doesn't affect evil undead things, right?
As much.
That's how Strahd was able to appear in Barovia and take me over. So,
Yeah.
all right. So I need to wait on a man to help me with my part of this plan. So if you guys want to check out that shop, go for it.
I believe you're waiting for a man named Ernst.
He said
So-
he'd find me. I'm gonna chill. If you guys want to go waste your time at the go for it.
Yeah, let's go hit shit.
So, coffin shop, wagon, or we could go try that Blinksy's toy shop. I don't know what the fuck that's gonna do, but we're kind of everything else is a dead end, damn it. Or we could go to the Burgermeister himself and try and get hired because he recently lost a lady in waiting and a manservant.
I wonder how much the Burgermeister would pay us for the information that someone wants to assassinate him. Just throwing that out there.
No, because he needs to die anyway.
True.
He's
Tell him after he paid us.
You're just extorting money out of everyone.
Yeah, but then he'd be
'Cause then they
wary
can
of an
just kill each other.
assassination. If you're wary of an assassination. So that's
But
gonna make
you
it
said
harder.
that
You're
both
the
of
person that warned
are-
you.
I mean, we would.
I would. Because how would you know?
Okay.
From out of town says, hey, somebody's going to kill you.
Because
Hey,
hopefully
you're
if
not
you're double
suspicious at all.
You gotta call on the phone.
surprise, it's me.
On your head. That's
Oh,
not
okay.
suspicious either.
All I can think of is like the scary dude outside the horror movie that's like, y'all go up there, you're gonna die.
I take
Yeah.
No one goes up there.
I don't think that's less weird at this point.
Be like Jason
Okay,
Voorhees
so-
showing up at the gates of the camp saying, if you stay here, you're probably going to die. It's not going to be me, though.
Okay.
Eddie behind his back.
Coffin shop, wagon, or Blinksy's toy shop. Those are basically our three options at this point.
None of the cool.
Well, do you want to take a break and then figure it out, or?
Yeah, break, please.
Yeah, let's take a break and then we can kind of brainstorm on break too, so we're not just like
Yeah.
Perfect.
5 or 10.
Be right back. I'm gonna make a pot of coffee.
Yeah, I'm just doing a potty break and I'll be back. So.
Ditto.
Daylight is 3rd level, so I don't have it yet.
Okay.
Whoever doing that. Sorry,
That was me.
Lucy.
No. What are you doing?
I actually have all my spells. Cure Wounds, Hunter's Mark, and Hail of Thorns are the ones that I have learned.
Ooh. So Hunter's Mark lasts for 8 hours, right? So if you were to, you have to see the target, though, don't
You
you?
have to see it to place
So
the
you can place it on whatever creeper
And
is
they-
in the quack.
or they make a wisdom save, I think, to see if it sticks. At a lower level, I think, anyway. But that's only if they're a magic user, though, because I think they can dispel it, which is what the save is for. That might be a Mercer homebrew, though.
You have advantage on any wisdom or perception or survival checks that you make to find it. Or at lower levels, higher levels, if you do third level or higher, is when it goes to 8 hours. And if you do it as 5th or higher, it goes to 24.
Okay.
So it's a bonus action.
Who are you thinking put it on?
Either Octavio or if we ever set eyes on whatever the fuck is in that crate. The wagon.
Rictavio would have been a good one. My only concern with that is he's a bard. So if he figures out it's on him, he can dispel it.
Super cool. Okay. So I'm thinking whatever's in that wagon is obviously some kind of cat. Given the size, I'm gonna go lion or tiger.
And the cat theme.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if it is aware at all. Like, I'm wondering if it's just straight up animal. Because if it was aware, it might not be sentient, but I think it would have more intelligence and just like it's not in.
Yeah.
And then yeah, we should have had Solace.
Yeah. I think the Burgermeister has something with cat.
I do think we should go talk to Burgermeister. We can maybe like put some puzzle pieces together about why the gift turned into a crazy cat person.
Yeah. That was his kid.
That was the lady's kid, not Burgermeister's kid.
Right, but Burgermeister's son is the one
Yeah,
she's
but
blaming.
I mean, I'm sure it's gonna be at the same. Brian said there's a beast in the wagon, a beast attacked the church. The wagon belongs to the bard. Mystery solved. Because the bard didn't have a bag of bones.
That's something.
Well, bones.
I assume meat at this point.
True.
I really won't Smo to like, I know, but to get this plot where he starts selling happy juice to people.
Yeah.
He could make a killing.
Wouldn't that be just a bitch though? If like instead of finishing the campaign, we all just got jobs here in Vallaki?
Oh, that would be hilarious. He becomes like this huge.
He just becomes like a moonshine dealer.
Yeah. Like everybody loves him, and especially the Burgermeister dude.
The cat becomes the new Burgermeister wife because he has a weird cat fetish anyway.
No. No.
I do feel like we need to protect Lucy because either we have the crazy cat lady who might be.
Burn her prejudices.
Well, because I'm afraid. Okay, one, her daughter's acting like a crazy cat lady, which is why she's prejudiced against you. But then she keeps cats, so if she doesn't like cats, why does she have them? Because she's sacrificing them. Because she's a crazy bitch. She doesn't like cats. So what better to sacrifice than your least favorite animal?
What if her real daughter's dead and she's polymorphing cats into her daughter, and that's why the daughter thinks she's a cat?
Polymorphed creatures can talk, because Trinket could talk.
But they don't know what's going on and would refer to themselves as cat
Yes.
person. I just had that thought, and now I'm kind of thinking I might not be super far off.
I have common clothes and traveler's clothes. I feel like we need to put you in some kind of hooded robe, Lucy. Like, we're just parading this cat around town that everybody's going to want.
The amount of weird cat stuff we're running into, I second that.
Yeah.
But I don't know how Solace would feel about disguises after the pirate treachery.
This wouldn't technically be a disguise. This would just be a hood over her head.
It's for her own safety and stealth. I think I'd be fine.
If we had something I could use as like a scarf for the bottom half of my face, I'd let her wear the.
I mean, we could rip something. I have 2 sets of clothes, and then you have clothes. We could just rip a sleeve off, and you could tie it around.
Because her face won't be covered with a hood. Like, she's a little.
Yeah.
Just
The
dig
way
up
I
a
had
grave and put a skull on it.
Are you saying you need a disguise?
Yeah.
We want to disguise the cat because there's way too much weird cat shit happening.
You could
I
just
have
kill
a
her and hope for the
disguise kit.
best.
That's true. We have a disguise kit.
Yeah. The rogue does have a disguise kit.
As I twirl my mustache, I'm a master of disguise.
Oh, what is that guy's name? Dana Carvey. I just have this image of him in the turtleneck.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Turtle.
So where do we want to go next? We have 3 options.
I really kind of want to go back to that lady's house and figure out if that is a polymorph cat because it's really bothering me now.
Send in the fairy on without any help. That would be cool.
I mean, there's only an imp in there that will probably eat her. It's cool.
I think it's interesting that when the tiny monster popped up, she forgot all about her little dog. Took off.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, have you guys, Sarah and Brian, listened to the latest Sneak Attack?
I
did.
haven't, unfortunately.
Okay, then that remark will not make a lot of sense to you. There was one thing that Danny does that I was like, that was us before Brian's campaign, that ending there.
I think I know what you mean, yeah.
Yeah, why can't we just polymorph into T-Rexes and smash the whole village?
That sounds like a wonderful idea.
I don't think we have enough funds for that.
I mean, the gates are closed, so nobody's getting out of this place. Like
It's like all my zoos.
we just
It's like
rampage.
every zoo tycoon I've ever played.
You build it all nice for bad kids.
Zoo, no, we just
Yeah.
wanted the zoo to have revenge.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, needed coffee. Had to wait for it to finish.
Y'all become the bad
So
guys.
we're going to go. Open up the carnival trailer.
Okay, so trailer, doll place, Burgermeister's house.
Or we
Or the
could
coffee
make it
maker
really
shop.
interesting and start letting the kids out of the cages.
All right, so the Burgermeister did need a lady in waiting, right?
A lady in waiting and a butler. Or a manservant, whatever you want to say. Well, you
still
were
have
told
her-
they went. You were told that they went missing. The positions are open. Yes.
Okay, so I'm dead set on killing the Burgermeister because he's atrocious. So what if two of us gain employment? We can set what I have planned in action that way. Then we can figure out how to deal with creepy lady that after we collect our reward.
I think we should kill him and then deal with her afterward.
Well, yeah, I didn't mean at the same time, but yeah, for sure.
I'm flexible. Although when you put it in a list like that, I was like, oh, this is the order of the goth shopping trip that we're gonna do.
Off the hot topic.
You can probably get all of that away.
I imagine there's a hot topic on every corner in this fucking town.
Hot topic.
So where are we going, guys? Burgermeisters who gain employment, or are you going to the stockyard or coffin shop?
But no alarm's been set off at the wagon yet, you said?
Not yet. No.
All right. Well, if you guys go to the coffin makers, I'm gonna wait and see if her man finds me, because I don't want him to pop up when we're in the middle of shit anyway. For the Burgermeisters, then we can start phase one of our plan, my plan.
I'm on board with that plan, but I feel like No Mouth and Skullface rolls me out as one of the undercovers.
Right. So I think myself and either the cleric or the cat, we gain employment.
I'm kind of worried about taking Solus into this home of the son who turned another lady into a crazy cat lady when she's already a cat.
Well, hear this. Smo, you're the master of disguise. Put on the dress.
Take the woman heart.
Yeah, that's an option. I've got that dress. I need some time to patch it, so I may as well do that while I wait.
Yeah, because the guy that's over happiness really wants a butler who's burnt to a crisp and a Goliath.
Yeah, well, handmaiden.
They could be happy.
So I like Jenna's idea. So what if we try down Rictavio? Yeah.
Well, I think our best bet is to wait for him to show up at the end, because I think he's involved with the tax on the church. He also has got a beast in his wagon, and I think he feeds it at sunrise.
Blame on him later on.
Would everyone be okay heading back to the inn just to see if he's there, and if not, asking the innkeepers what time he normally eats, so at least we have an idea what
she said.
Works for me.
Kirby.
To the inn.
Basically, head back to the inn and see if he's there or what time he comes home at night.
Sure.
Yes.
Okay.
Perfect.
Everybody, you head back to the inn, and there's still a sign on the door that says closed in preparation for the festival. You do notice that there are still ravens on top looking down at you.
I'm still invisible, so I'm going in anyways.
Right. Yeah, that's it. I'm sorry, what picks?
I'm still invisible. I can go in anyway.
Well, we're going into the
inn.
At the inn, it's still closed.
The sign on the door says closed.
Isn't there an outside staircase?
To our rooms.
Mm-hmm.
Could we go up that staircase and go in? Our rooms are up there. I mean, technically, we're,
Yeah, and stay there.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to, yeah. I mean, you haven't even, I mean, there's a sign on the door, but you haven't really tried to get in.
All right, I test
But
the
you
front
can-
door first.
Good knock.
Nah, fuck it.
How about I try the door and see if it opens? Oh God! I'd like to try the door.
That's what I just said.
Yeah. So, Smo and Air, y'all kind of walk up at the same time, and you move the sign out the way, and you try the door, and it opens, and you see the bartender and his wife are sitting there, and they're scrubbing like crazy at this bar, and the boys are like all sheepish, and they're scrubbing, and when they see you guys walk in, they give you dirty looks.
The
Still
boys
at it,
do.
huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Serves you right to curry wolf meat at dinner.
Hi, I'm sorry to bother you, but we were actually hoping you could tell us where to find Rictavio.
And the barkeep comes over, and he's like wipes his hands on his apron. He's like, sorry guys, we're still cleaning up down here. You're more than welcome to take the back stairs to your rooms. The key will work. You said about the bard. He usually leaves at dawn and comes back for nighttime. He's not here right now.
What does he put in that bag of his when he leaves here?
Oh, he takes steaks. He always gets a steak or two. I don't know exactly why, but he...
Pretty hefty bag for just a steak or two. You sure he's not got a little bit more?
I mean, not that I've noticed that he takes anything else, but he's a private man.
Like a Krampus with a bag over his shoulder. What the hell are you giving it? How big are these steaks here? Do you have like the old Texan 72 ounces?
I mean,
Is there a contest that we don't know?
Did Jenna order it for dinner?
I mean, they were pretty hefty steaks, but that's not
If
not
we eat
enough
it all
to
in
fill
one
that
sitting,
bow.
we'll get a free meal. Like, is that
But
how this works?
they weren't big enough to fill the bag, but they were pretty hefty, so they would have taken up some room in it. And he's like, I'm not sure, honestly. We're normally asleep when he leaves. We just leave the steaks for him, and he leaves the money, and that's basically all I know. I mean, I just assumed that he takes them for lunch or something.
All right. He does this every day then?
Yes, every day. He also I believe, and he turns to his wife and he like talks to her, man. He's like, yeah, he also takes apples and fruit when he leaves, vegetables like such as carrots when he leaves. Maybe that's what you noticed in the bag.
Do you have
It's
any idea
entirely-
where it goes?
What'd you say, Air?
Do you have any idea where he goes when he leaves?
Oh, no. I don't. I mean, I'm a barkeep. I don't really keep track of
Sorry.
my patrons. I mean, I kind of uphold your privacy. It's
Much
Yes.
appreciated, kind sir.
yes.
Does he keep a room here to sleep?
Yes. It's upstairs next to yours. I assumed you knew that.
Yeah, I'm sure she already knew that.
I'm aware of that, but I think that we should retire to our rooms now.
Oh, all right. If you don't mind taking the back stairs, your keys will open that door. I apologize profusely for what has happened, and I assure you that by tomorrow we'll be up and running again.
Nah, perfect. Make sure you take a belt to those boys for causing all this trouble for you.
We're to be.
Every hour your door's closed, you're losing money.
I'm to shut the fuck up about what we did.
He just kind of looks at you and nods, and the boys are like cutting y'all looks like crazy. So, but yeah.
Okay, so let's all go upstairs and
All right.
once encourage Brian to break into something.
Now remember that all this is open to down below where these people are clinging.
I think they've got plenty to keep them preoccupied.
Sure.
So yeah, you come up the back staircase to your rooms, and
The Galactic makes a great.
yeah, you see across the way there's the other suites.
All right. So which one's Octavio's then?
Picks. You want to looks in the keyholes.
You're still invisible. Can you go scope out?
And you notice that the room that was right next to the girls' room is Octavio's, what appears to be Octavio's room. Has a small guest room that contains a bed heaped with woofers, a footlocker, a tall wardrobe, a writing desk and chair, an oil lamp is on top of the desk, and there's a book on it.
Book on tape.
Air, did
He's
he
not
give
in
you his
here.
key?
No, he's not in there.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I fly
Air-
back and he's not
Air,
in
don't
there.
you have a key already?
Oh, shit.
No, I don't. That's why I have you.
I was waiting for her to catch that. She was like,
We're
All right,
plotting,
I'll.
okay?
Don't you have a wooden leg, pirate?
Yep, I did. Miraculously healed, but we all know how that happened. So that's an 18 to pick the lock.
all right.
We're using our bodies as a screen so that nobody can see what he's doing.
Okay, just give me 1 second because I do want to just give them a disadvantaged perception roll. But yes, that opens the door. Let's see.
I mean, they are below us. That's not a
No,
great.
We're
view.
using our body to
Yeah.
block so nobody can see you. We're leaning up against the railing, blocking your view.
Well, like I said, it's a disadvantage. So yeah, they don't notice you.
I'd hope not.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shit down there they got to clean. They've had all day.
Yeah, they have to sanitize like crazy. So yeah, you pop the lock and you can enter his room.
All right.
You notice everything that Pick saw. There's the footlocker, and the desk has a journal, what looks like to be a journal bound with a red leather jacket.
Ooh, get that.
Get the journal. Get the journal.
The door's open. We can go in there now.
We still can't let me.
Yeah, you guys can walk right in. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
and when you
I don't
said the book's
I
got
don't
a
know
red
if
letter
everyone-
jacket, I immediately thought of Thriller
No,
for some reason.
Solus just kind of walks in, grabs the journal, pops it in a pocket, and just kind of walks away.
I want to investigate that footlocker and see if it's trapped in any way.
okay.
I want the journal. I mean, did Solus actually take the journal,
yeah.
or
Yeah.
yeah, you did? Let's go to our room and read the journal while he's investigating this.
I'll cat.
Yeah, that's
Go
on
walk and read a book.
Footlocker is not trapped as far as you can tell.
All right, I'm gonna try to open it.
Okay. You pop it open and nothing happens. It's unlocked. You dig around inside and there's just common clothes and some travel wear.
That's going in my bag.
Poop in it. Pee.
Okay.
Oh, no.
You get a set of common clothes and like a travel outfit that includes like rain gear.
Well,
Are the
that
common clothes better than what I currently have on?
You have on like dirty peasant garb basically, so this would be more like just a commoner. So yeah, it would be a step up from what you have on now as far
All
as
right, so
appearance.
I'll take them both, and then I'm going to go over to my room and change into the new clothes and put my shitty old clothes in there.
And give me a
something that he's gonna recognize as his common clothes, or are they not distinctive in any way?
they're pretty normal. He might recognize them. I mean, it just depends. He might definitely recognize what Smo's currently wearing, but roll me a perception check, whoever's wants to, for that room.
I'm out of that room.
Yeah, all the girls are in their room. Is that right?
Yeah, I followed Solus.
Okay.
I was still in the hallway,
15.
but I can see in the doorway. I'll roll.
Okay.
I got a natural 20 for perception on that room.
Okay.
15.
Okay. Y'all do kind of think about it, and for somebody who is as flamboyant and colorful as Rictavio has been in your presence, even when he was like leaving at dawn, he was still dressed a little flamboyantly. These clothes are very normal and nondescript. It seems very odd.
You know, doesn't quite seem his style now, does it, big guy?
No. I think you got the wrong
I
room.
expected some more ruffles and feathers. Yeah, maybe we did. Were there any other rooms up here, or is it was just like
There's
mine,
two
theirs,
other
and-
rooms.
The journal saying
Okay.
Aren't those the family's two rooms? The mom, the dad, and then the boys' room?
That's where they came out of when the poop incident occurred. They bursted out of those two rooms. So
And with my natural 20, like I definitely know this is Rictavio's room.
yes, it's got his journal, and you sense that this is his room.
Yeah, well, perhaps it's all just a big front. I mean, he doesn't even sing songs. He does stupid ass poetry that is pretty terrible.
No. I got a funny feeling that those aren't his clothes at all.
I think they are. I think Brian's right. I think it's a facade. I think he's just
Whom?
Smo. Smo. Well, I mean, I'm saying this out of character because I'm not in the room. I'm in the room trying to read the journal.
Okay. Well,
But-
yeah, they're definitely his clothes. I can tell you that much. Only he would wear such shabby shit that he would find in the woods.
I didn't tell him
Definitely.
Whatever.
What's
He was.
the fucking journal say?
I
Okay.
want to know what the journal says.
Yeah, let's go in
So-
there so we can all have story time.
So everybody snuggles up in the ladies' room around air or
I
Solus.
relock his
Oh,
door, by the
party.
way. Close.
And while they're doing this, I'm gonna sit inside the little morning bowl, to wash your face and get all the soot off of me.
Alrighty. Let's see. You start reading the journal and it's just basically talking about how he is in searching for new acts constantly for his traveling carnival show. He makes frequent references to his conversations with someone named Drusilla, and he recounts many long and tedious journeys by wagon. Some of the entries that he has made referring to oddities that he has come across include a werehair child, which is a boy who transformed into a rabbit on the night of the full moon. A half-orc woman named Gorbacha, who could chew through iron chains. A giant man-eating plant that had the most remarkable singing voice. A pair of conjoined goblins, and a small man with no legs named Fillmore Stunk, who could drink a whole cask of wine without even getting drunk.
But okay.
Is this something that we should keep a list of? Yeah.
I mean, I can add it to the notes if you want to.
Okay.
Thank you.
Very much. Thank you.
Does it seem to be in code of any sort?
I mean, you can roll investigation.
While we're listening to story time, I want to be like patching up that dress that I stole and using my
Alrighty.
disguise kit to work on that.
Alrighty.
All right.
I'm going to say you do that just fine. I mean, you're proficient in it, so.
Yep.
Lady in waiting, I'll be the butler. We're set.
Yeah, I got you a little bow tie and some cuffs.
We are royal Shadowwood.
So y'all are letting Smo and Girl and Joey by themselves again.
Yeah, and I'm using my fake beard as like long hair, like it's upside down on my head.
Wow.
It's a disguise kit. I'm versatile.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Hey, the last time I did this, he thought I was the princess.
That's right.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah. Wow.
Then again,
Then again, he isn't the smartest thing in our company either.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, as a child and had to change your diapers too.
Yeah, that happened.
Yeah.
Okay, 18
Somebody
on
change their
investigation. You see that there's no code that you can come up with. It just seems like what it is on face value to you.
Yeah, can Smo look at it for Thief Can't?
Sure.
All right, I take
Yeah.
a gander.
You take a gander. If you want to roll me an investigation, that's fine.
That is a 17.
Yeah, you don't notice anything.
Nope.
The last one.
If there's nothing of interest in the journal, we should probably try to put it back in his room.
You ready to go and get hired there, Smoke? Come on, let's head out and get ourselves some jobs.
All right. Yeah. So what I'm thinking is we get hired. You keep your wee lass in your pockets. That way she can be an invisible. And then when we get the right ingredients, we can use her to poison the man's wine before the festival. I mean, we don't have to go right now. I still need to put that together. And he's not going to find me if I'm posing as a lady in waiting.
Yeah, but he kind of sticks out like a sore fucking thumb.
Yeah, he'll be a good butler. You can't miss him. You walk in the door and go, where do I go? Oh, the big guy knows.
Jenna, we
Perfect.
really need an illustration of a cross-dressing Smo. It's happened once too many times.
It just looks the way he normally does.
So is Air your manager or something? So she's wanting to go.
I don't know.
Because I can go and be invisible. They'll never know I'm there.
Pop in the pocket.
Your damn head.
Works for me.
Yeah, let's
I'm
go
gonna
get
get
us
hard
some
as a
reveal.
butler. I'll be back.
Wait a minute. Damn it. Jesus, not. Oh,
God, this is. I love you guys. I can't wait to see this one illustrated. That'll be.
Yeah, you love us as it all blows up in our face. Yeah. As it all goes terribly wrong and we all die.
So who is staying at the inn and who is going to the Burgermeister's mansion?
Well, apparently Bear's already left, heading for the Burgermeister, so we know that one's going.
My thing is, we all wanted to go to the Burgermeister thing, but not all of us wanted to go under the guise of getting a job.
Yeah, if
Well,
we show up as a group, that might not be a good idea for us seeking employment.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say. I was like, the two of them can show up before everyone else does. That way they can go in as if they're not part of the group, and then the rest of y'all can show up later.
If you're there looking for a job, though, are you going in the front door, or are you going to, like, middle management?
You would go to middle
I
management.
don't know. I've never been there.
You would go to the side door.
It's not like he's got a butler there to tell us where to go.
But if y'all are servants looking for a job, you would already know that. You would know that you would never go to the front door. You would always go to a back door or a side door.
All
The
right,
best
yeah,
way to
we
get a
can-
job.
We were all going to go there before we knew the job issue. So,
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. If those two go before everyone else, and then y'all all come up to the front door to talk to the Burgermeister,
the
then
last time
nobody
the
puts.
party was split up, a house got burned down. So,
Well,
Yeah.
we'll all be
not
technically
the
in the
one we
same
wanted to
house.
burn down.
Well, the other thing is I will be with them this time and not
That
leaving
is
them
not
unfucked.
encouraging.
Oh yeah, no, because it won't be me, it'll be Pix. Yeah, so that's a little different.
All right.
What's the worst thing that could happen?
Well, last time y'all two were by
The
yourselves.
worst
we're
thing
not
that happened
happy
is
this
someone
time.
Yeah.
has an
And you got jewels. I got a Kulak.
to just burn the whole thing down.
Okay. So you guys go to the front door separately and say you're looking for Ismark because you know he went there. Meanwhile, the three of us will go and seek employment. That way, that little bitch doesn't blow our cover because he's going to recognize the Goliath anywhere.
Very true.
So
you
if
put
the
a
rest of
bow
you
tie
can,
on him.
yeah, if the rest of you can keep them preoccupied while we get hired, then it's perfect.
Aside,
You're breaking up, Jenna.
Yeah, they're freezing up.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because I guess your skull face would make you kind of recognizable as well.
Well, she should be going to wherever Ismark's going to be because he's going to recognize her anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So
Very true.
Skullface going with us isn't going to be a good idea.
Skeletor.
He-Man.
I love that new Geico commercial.
Me too.
Well,
Yeah, hotel internet's terrible.
Yeah, it is. So do you want to go with us, Jenna, and see if they get hired? And then if not, go in as the replacement for the lovely Smo and Drag? I mean, I'm not going to because my Skullface is not going to get hired to replace. No, yeah, sorry, Drag King. But yeah. I mean, I'm still going to go up to the house regardless. I'm not sitting with my thumb up my butt waiting for you guys.
okay, let's roll out. Regulators, let's roll.
Oh, jeez.
Autobots.
Yeah. Regulators? Where the fuck did regulators come from? Whoa, screen share went away.
Oh,
Internet
no.
it did. Yeah, hotel internet sucks.
Agreed.
Definitely just stay at my house. I'll be right back. Is this for waiting on internet?
All right, so
Shall we head out then?
yeah, we're already walking, I assume.
Yep, y'all are heading that way. Boop, boop.
Off to the races, as it were.
Yep. Okay. Okay. Well, I'll just go ahead with the beginning part here. You walk up and you come upon a mansion that has walls of plastered stone that displays many scars where the plaster has fallen away from age and neglect. Drapes cover every window, including a large arched opening above the mansion's double entrance doors. You do see some people entering the home carrying bundles of twigs, and then other people are exiting the home. There seems to be quite a hustle and bustle around the place.
They're just bringing sticks in?
Just bundles of twigs. It looks like common folk.
Like a Blair Witch scenario? What are they using twigs for inside?
I'm guessing for the fire.
I mean, do you stop somebody and ask, or?
Well, I thought for fire. I mean, I'm thinking logs. I don't want to ask. I'm Heidi.
I'll go up to somebody. Yeah, we'll go up there. Me and Justin.
Okay. So you head up there and kind of get in the line that's going in and out. And do you talk to the man in front of you about it,
Yes.
or are you waiting? Okay.
Heard they had jobs here. What are y'all doing?
Oh, he kind of looks at you, kind of funny. He kind of looks up. And he's like, well, we're just bringing supplies for the festival. They're making decorations and such inside.
What kind of decorations?
Suns and things depicting light and
Burning
such like
Man.
that.
Wicker Man.
Okay. Oh, that just sounds lovely, doesn't it? Now, where might we find the person in charge to seek employment?
Well,
I'm not sure. I'm just a common guy that brings the supplies when the festivals start. You would have to ask one of the servants inside.
Perfect. Perhaps you could point one out to us.
Sure. And you kind of get inside, and the dude looks around, and he's like, well, and he notices that there is like a woman standing there, and she's kind of directing things, and he's like, oh, there's the maid over there. If you talk to her, I'm sure she can direct you.
Oh, thank you, kind sir. This way, my friend, and we walk up to her. And don't forget to bow a little, like a servant would.
All right.
Curtsy.
Oh Lord. So yeah, you walk in.
Pardon me, ma'am, and I curtsy to her.
Okay, roll me. What would that be? Performance or stealth? Or your disguise?
Definitely not stealth.
Yeah.
Deception.
Deception. Yes. Yes.
You want deception?
Yeah. We'll do deception or performance,
Okay.
whichever's better for you. Let's see how well
All right,
you
yeah,
are.
with deception. Deception, that's a 17.
Okay. She's like, yes, Miss. Can I help you and your large friend here?
We heard that you may be seeking employment. I am, of course, a lady in waiting, or hoping to be, and he is the most excellent butler you could ever find.
She kind of glances, and she's like,
Butterfly.
Oh, all right.
Him carry a tray with a full keg of wine on it. It's amazing.
Really? And now, Girlage, how exactly are you dressed? Are you in your armor with just a bow tie on?
Bow tie and like those
Yep.
fake floating white cufflinks that have those. Just a white.
Yeah, it's like a Chippendales costume over his armor, basically.
Yes.
And a cummerbund.
Oh,
Yes.
wonderful. Dude, it is taking Pigs everything. Like, she's just snickering, like, trying to be as quiet as possible.
And Smoke,
he also doubles as a bodyguard. Who else? He's the first one to answer the door, so if anybody storms in, he's got this shit. I mean, these things. Pardon my language, my lady.
If you don't want them to come in, they don't come in.
And you're in the full, like, wig and dress and all like that, right?
Oh, yeah,
Makeup.
absolutely. Got makeup.
And she's like, oh, all right. Well, come this way, and I will alert the master of your presence. And she leads you into the parlor area. When you came into the entrance, you did note that there was a staircase going up with a sculpted railing, and it was very grand. There's a long carpeted hall that attaches to this foyer and stretches almost the length of the entire mansion, and it just has several doors that go off from it. And there's also piles of twigs heaped against the walls around here. She leads you down, and you enter into the parlor. Which is right off of the entrance where you came into. So you came in, and then the parlor is on your left, the first door on your left, and it contains an array of fine furnishings, draperies, and everything seems to have a female touch in here. And she leads you in, and she says, please make yourselves comfortable, and I will find the Baron and be back as soon as possible.
Thank you very much.
She turns around and shuts the door and leaves you alone.
God, look at this fucking dump.
You know, if he walks in here by himself, he's going to die, right?
Yeah. We could probably just take care of that, couldn't we? You know,
That's
I'm
my train of thought right now.
about the sticks though. Like it looks like he's setting this place up to burn.
I say we help him after we kill him.
No! What part of no?
Perfect.
Okay, like
Picks
She's in his pocket,
10,000 gold
grabbing
if
him
we
in
do
the
this
side, like,
job.
no!
Aaron's like, this is why we don't let them go by themselves.
What? No! Do your job.
Oh, you know what? Even better if we do burn the place down, we can get rid of Ishmark too.
I'm gonna get tired of your fucking monkey feet.
So you throw him one wild to distract him, and I'll hit him with an axe from behind.
Oh yeah, because that's so fucking
Perfect.
inconspicuous.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
What?
Unless,
Good is that?
you know, the other plan I had was to just wait till the festival and poison him, which would mean, you know, we get hired. And then we can just poison him
Yeah.
during the festival when he gets trashed.
True. But if he comes in here by ourselves, it's a golden opportunity.
Oh,
I agree
all the
with
guns
you. If he's got anybody else with him, though,
get hired and we will poison him. That was the fucking plan, and you will two will fucking stick to it. I swear to all the gods above, I will set you two on fire.
I look at Smo and go, sure we will.
You do know I'm right in front of your fucking face, asshole.
all right.
Explains why that wing made my eye water. I had to blink.
Yeah, sure. I see any flames coming from either one of you. You are going to fucking regret it.
Okay, no fire then.
Yeah, I've got no magic. Don't worry.
Axe to the back of the head. You hear me? I said no axe to the back of the head.
Okay.
You got a hammer?
What the fuck? Why do you encourage him?
Somewhere
10,000
Like-
gold.
Fucking officer.
Brandon, listen to the little one.
10,000 shinies if we do this right now.
Kraken's running around and he's just
We brought the fucking dog. God damn it. Couldn't we have locked him in the inn?
Okay. Once he hires him.
Justin's trying to get her.
Okay.
You're
So
giving me a fucking ulcer.
okay.
Okay, plan set. Let's get this rolling.
So
Perfect.
Yeah, right.
what is the other group doing? Have y'all came up to the door or are you giving them time?
We came up to the door because we don't trust them with too much time.
No.
No, we were way ahead of them because otherwise they'd
Yeah.
blow our cover.
That's true. That's true. So
If we're seeing
We
what's
all
happening,
walked
we're
up
done.
to the building.
Y'all two are breaking up.
yeah, you're froze.
Shut.
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys might need to reboot or
Rebooting.
refresh your connection or something.
We shall wait while these two give me a fucking migraine.
It's a perfect plan.
No, it's not.
It's a great plan.
No, it's not.
It's a plan. I wouldn't say great.
Yeah, it's a plan, but it's not a good plan.
Oh, I'm so glad that I didn't leave you two on your fucking own.
You know, we brought you along so you could be invisible and then drop poison in his drink at the very least. That was my plan.
Why don't we just stick to that? Get hired.
If the opportunity arises, I'm not against just killing him here and burning the place down.
But that's
He's got children in the square in stocks.
Oh, I'm in agreement. He has to die. Incomplete agreement, but we need to do so inconspicuously.
Okay, so
We're pretty inconspicuous, I'd say.
Oh,
Nobody
God.
recognizes him at all.
meanwhile, the other three, you approach the door and enter. The maid is walking back towards this entrance, and she kind of looks up a little startled, especially by Bryn's appearance.
Can we have all grabbed bundles of sticks? Nothing to see here.
Sure, if that's what you
Like
want.
our walking with the clipboard, just business as usual. All is well. These are not the droids you're looking for.
Reset doesn't right on that we're gonna reset it, but if it doesn't, we're gonna have to call it because it's just.
We heard that, kind of.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Yep.
I love how that last part
They're
came
resetting.
through.
Yeah, hotel internet's fucking bullshit.
I wonder if one of them can turn on the hotspot on their phone and use that.
This is going to be glorious.
Yep. All right, so let's
You're on
take it
plug
away.
right now.
Glorious.
No. If you two set shit on fire, I'm gonna throw a fireball at you.
Wouldn't be the first time.
That was by
No,
accident.
that's actually. So we bait her into setting the fire in the first place by pissing her off enough. She'll light up all those twigs.
Ha ha ha.
So it won't be us this time.
Ha. Yeah, let's just get me in even more fucking trouble.
Well, we're waiting for her to come back and we get another cup of coffee.
Ah, round 3.
Nope, nope, they're here.
Oh, there they are. You can still go get yourself some coffee real quick. We're doing their segment.
Okay.
It's a trap.
I can see them actually moving, so it must be working.
Oh, they said we froze now.
Oh no! That's not us.
Did you just go ahead and close Fantasy Grounds down?
Yeah, tell her, yeah.
Everything is closed.
Hmm.
Can't see that, but
We can hear you guys now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear and see them.
we have an error message that says that we're having trouble communicating with Google, so that's fun.
Maybe
No.
if we leave it like this, where we can't see everybody, and we're
Maybe.
just blind.
We'll see.
Yeah, your audio is great.
Yeah.
We have no video,
Yeah.
but I mean, we'll
No video.
try.
Yeah, we'll ride this as long as we can, but if we cut out again, if you guys don't mind calling it, just because
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
real shit, to not really know what's going on.
Yes,
Yeah.
physically
exactly.
catch me up because I have no idea what's happening. I know we're at the
Okay.
Burgermeister's mansion, and they were concocting what sounded like a pretty harebrained scheme.
So
No,
basically,
here's the plan.
It's a safe guess.
basically in summation, they walked
Fix the size of the
in,
mansion down.
they spoke with the maid, told them they were looking for jobs. They were put into the parlor and are awaiting the Burgermeister. Meanwhile, they are plotting whether to hit him in the head with an axe, a hammer, poison him if he comes in by himself, and then set the building on fire since there's twigs everywhere.
What's wrong with our original plan if you guys get hired and then he gets poisoned later when we're not?
That's what I'm trying to get
No,
them
this is only if the opportunity presents itself.
Yeah, if he comes in by himself.
Listen in the lobby, we'll poison alibi.
Pig is adamantly trying to get them to stick to plan.
This idea of steal something of the bards and frame the bard.
I mean, Solace has his journal,
It's true. Solace has the journal.
and we have someone that could probably forge his handwriting and write, "I've just taken a great sum of money to murder the Burgermeister." It's weird how he wrote that in his journal.
Very true.
He's written it in his blood. I don't know.
All right. So,
And Katie, on the upside, if they do something stupid and die, you're invisible, so you can just fly up to us.
And we're in the lobby, so we have an inside alibi.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Here in the lobby the whole time.
Yeah.
Now, Solus's idea was y'all come up with the twigs. Did you want to do that, or
Like we're bringing twigs for the what were the twigs being used for?
To make
To
decorations.
line the hallways everywhere.
Yeah, they're decorating for the festival. They're making like Burning Man type decoration.
so y'all can
No,
use
our
it?
So they're
description was there were just piles of twigs
Wait,
everywhere.
wait.
As in they're going to burn the place down themselves.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Is this the only village on the planet that is trying to help us burn them down? Is the Sun Festival for us?
You understand the temptation now.
Yeah.
Is Sun Festival short for make the village burn with the passion of a fiery sun? Like just
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead. We could be carrying twigs up there. I mean, everybody was bringing twigs, right? Like common folk and such.
Everybody that was carrying twigs was common folk now.
Yeah. But remember, the other Burgermeister's son is there at this Burgermeister's house, so he's gonna recognize y'all.
I'll put it this way. Y'all can come in and try to pass yourselves off as commoners carrying twigs, or you can come in and be requesting an audience with the Burgermeister.
That's what I would recommend.
Oh, did they lock up again?
Oh no, not again.
I'd rather do doors.
I agree.
Because we knew.
Did we break up again?
Nope.
They're there, I think.
Hey, oh, I see Chelsea banging her head. You're moving.
Yeah, because we were trying to talk and you didn't hear us.
No.
Well, your internet decided to slow way down while you said everything and then play it all at once and then cut out for a second.
Yeah.
Of course it did.
Yep.
Basically, I'm saying why don't we go and just go to the front door and ask for an audience since we know Ishmark is there. Hey, we're an adventuring party that brought Ishmark here. We just wanted to check and see how the little shit's doing. And
there you go.
All right.
Okay. So you go up to the front door. You enter because it's not really shut. You know, everybody's just kind of coming in and out. And you look around and you notice the maid coming back down this long hallway. And she notices you guys because y'all stick out like a sore thumb in this crowd. And she's like, "Oh, may I help you?"
Yes, madame. We're hoping for an audience with the Burgermeister.
Oh, may I ask what it's for, or?
We recently accompanied young Ishmark from Bavaria to your town, and once we reached the town, he left our group's protection to seek the Burgermeister. We wanted to inquire as to his health and whereabouts and ruler of this fair city.
All right. The parlor is full at the moment, but I'll be happy to lead you down here to the den where you can wait comfortably, if that's all right.
I would appreciate that greatly. And I pass her a gold coin as a, thank you.
Oh, she really oh, thank you. And she leads you into the den. It is full of padded chairs and couches. It's cozy, carpeted. It reeks of pipe smoke. And mounted on the east wall is the head of an angry-looking brown bear. And she says, might I offer you refreshments while you wait?
I'm fine. Solus? My companions like anything? I know you don't. I think we're good. Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. Well, it might be just a bit because we do have other things going on at the moment, but he will be with you as soon as possible.
I appreciate your kindness. Thank you.
And she kind of bows a little bit to you. She's not quite sure your position, So she does like the universal bow, and then she shuts the door behind her.
This is just an FYI. I don't know if you got my message earlier, but when the kids were cleaning up all that shit and giving us dirty looks because it wasn't their shit, as we were leaving, I slipped them each a gold coin because I felt bad that they were getting in so much trouble for something that one of our people did.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't see that. Sorry. But
Shame on you.
Shame on you. You got those kids in a lot of trouble.
Exactly. They deserve it.
all right. So, back to the guys. So y'all are sitting there, and
Oh no, we're not sitting. Servants don't sit.
oh, okay. So
You
you
are
are.
committed to this role. I approve.
Hey,
I really like your good voice, by the way, Brian.
you like what?
For your lady. Good job.
Oh, perfect.
Okay, so let me see here real quick, just in case. The doors burst open, and the first thing that you guys see is two mastiffs come in the room, and they kind of sniff around, and then closely following them is Baron Vargas Vallaki. He is every bit a nobleman in like this fancy red robe that has this metal breastplate over it. He has a rapier on his hip, and he comes strolling in with his head held high. And he looks you guys over, and he's like, "So, you seek employment. Is that what I am told?"
I curtsy and look over to Gurlich to make sure he kind of bows
I bow.
and say,
Yeah.
Yes, sir. We heard there were some open positions here.
All
In
right.
waiting position for myself and a butler position for my friend here.
All right. So roll me a persuasion, I guess, or deception. Let's do a deception because
It doesn't matter because I crit failed that.
Oh no!
I was rolling good all night. It was bound to happen.
what about you, Justin?
Roll.
Deception?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. I got a -1 starting
Yeah.
out. Oh, 17.
Oh, yeah.
That's with
Okay.
Yep.
That is with your -1. Wow.
So he kind of looks at you, and he's like, he kind of looks at Gurlich, and he's like, "I don't know what the meaning of this is, but that is not a lady in waiting."
How dare you, sir? And I flip my hair irritatingly. But since I crit failed,
The
my
beard.
beard comes off.
It goes flying across the room, and one of the mastiffs grabs it and starts shaking it back and forth and playing with it.
Well, shit.
And his mouth just kind of drops open, and he's like, "Perhaps you should leave now."
Plan A?
That way you can say
What do you say?
and say it. There's you, girl, trying to help her find out a job if she's not suitable.
Sir, I apologize. I'm just trying to help a friend out get a job. If she's not suitable, I understand. And I bow.
Give me a persuasion roll.
You're too kind, my friend. It's very hard for an old, bald, orcish woman to find work these days.
Come on, man. I'm using all my decent rolls with a negative modifier. Shut the fuck up.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 15, but I've got a -1
For perception? Or persuasion?
for persuasion.
All right, so 14.
Yeah, I've got no charisma.
And yet you're rolling better than Brian.
If we end up
Hey, I
with
rolled
a girl-
one crit fail. Every other fucking roll I did was good tonight.
If we end up with a girl who thinks she's a cat, is it really that outrageous to think that there might be a half-orc who thinks he's a woman?
He just kind of shakes his head and he's like, well, what are your credentials?
For both of them or just for Schmo?
He's just asking in general, like both of you, I guess. He's totally.
Well, I've worked in several manor houses out in the countryside. No place you know. We're from away. We came here looking for better
We're at
opportunity.
a house of wizard and from a nobleman's, but we are new to this area, so it's a little bit different. There may be some cultural differences, but I guarantee if you bar entry to anybody, they will not get past me.
Well,
We came here hearing how happy everybody was.
Oh,
Sounded like such a great place.
yes,
Yeah.
it
Getting
is.
a job would make me extremely joyful.
Well, I will definitely am interested in you, sir. And he looks at Girlage. And it's very impressive butler, and we're always in need of good men like yourself. As far as your companion, and he kind of looks at you, Smo.
I
He's
give
like,
him my best Shirley Temple smile. Just little dimples.
he's like, I'm not one to discriminate, but I don't think he quite fits the job description,
That sounds a
unfortunately.
bit like discrimination, sir. And there is a union for this. And I swear, if you turn me down based on my race, you will hear from me.
Interrupt him. Stop him and say, I apologize, but thank you for considering my family. Just do it.
You know, I'm letting this fucking spiral.
Don't do this! Fucking job. The whole point of Pix being on your shoulder is to help you. If you don't do what she tells you, you're fucking yourself.
Don't listen to her. She told us not to burn something down.
He's just like, well, I mean, I suppose a lady in waiting is really something for my wife to handle anyway. So, you turning to Greylich, I didn't catch your name, sir.
Girlich.
Girlich. Oh, alrighty. And he kind of shakes your hand. He says, "You're hired." And if you report to Matilda, she is the maid that led you in here. She can inform you of your duties and such. We pay pretty reasonable rates around here, and I think it will make you happy. As far as you, what was your name?
Moet.
Shirley.
Was Maggie.
Okay, Maggie.
Old Mags, they call me.
I will have to allow my wife to speak with you to make the final decision. You understand?
That would be most gracious of you, sir.
Yes. Thank you. Girlich, if you will come this way with me, I'm sure I can find Matilda to help you. And
yeah, before he goes, I want to be like, congratulations, and get close and say like, if I don't get hired, I'll make sure the poison gets to you. So proud of you. I knew you had it in you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And the Baron kind of looks at you, girlish, and he's like, I do offer my servants housing, so even if your friend isn't suitable for the position, I understand your situation, and he is welcome to stay, and we do not discriminate based on such things.
You know, I'm starting to feel bad about killing the guy.
I'm not doing that, all right?
All we worry about is that you're happy in whatever relationship you care to be in.
Oh God, keep taking everything not to die laughing. She's like, oh.
I'm trying to get my wig away from the dog, by the way.
Oh. Oh God.
How distracted are the mastiffs right now?
No.
They're all playing with the wig. And Kraken's joined in. They're having a blast.
Kraken and follow the fucking old man. Do you run?
Well, sir, apparently you've got the wrong impression. When I say friend, I mean strictly platonic.
Oh, all right.
But
Just say thank you. Just say thank you.
it is confusing when you look over there. I understand. I pick up my dog, and before this gets any weirder, sir, let's go on.
All right. And he kind of whistles and opens the door, and then his dogs go bounding out, and he
Did they drop
follows.
my damn wig, or did they go with?
No, I'm pretty sure it's in Kraken's mouth right now.
If they did,
No,
I
I'm
still
still
pick that
dog.
son of a bitch up when I walk out.
Dead next time I see him.
Oh. But that's the whole thing. Even Bear took it anyways. He was like, and that's mine. So it doesn't matter what dog had it. Bear took it and pocketed it. He went, and I'm keeping that.
So Smo, you're sitting alone in this area in this dress. Without your
Yep.
wig.
Why did you keep it anyway?
I'm gonna find
Just to be
something.
an asshole?
I'm gonna find something to put on my head, like a bandana or something, in my disguise kit.
All right. Oh, and girlage, so you're getting.
You guys, have you looked at Facebook Messenger? We're here for jobs.
Oh, nice.
Oh
Awesome,
Very
Jenna.
nice.
God. Oh Lord.
I'm glad you captured my monkey feet, which would have been painted.
I particularly enjoy Growlich's bow tie. Just
Yeah.
on his neck.
Yep.
His Chippendale cuffs.
That is
Yeah,
awesome.
Cummerbund. He has the cummerbund too.
I like
That's
how
exactly how
demure
it was
Smo is.
Oh, God.
That's all you need
Okay.
to do resume right there.
Oh Lordy.
You're gonna have to leverage your monkey feet with the wife.
Yep.
Be doing 3 things.
Okay. So Smo, you are alone in this room. Girlage, the Baron takes you to Matilda, and she kind of bustles you off to explain butler duties and get you settled. Pix, who did you go with? Girlage, or did you stay with Smo?
No, I went with Bear and Kraken.
Okay.
It was on its
So-
own.
Just Smo's all by himself.
Oh no.
The other
I got
three.
one through.
The other three,
I got one higher.
y'all are sitting in this room, and you're waiting, and the door opens, and in walks Ismark.
Oh joy!
And he just looks at you guys, and he is like, "What are you doing here, and where are the rest of you?"
They don't care enough about you to come make sure you're okay.
We came to check on you. Even
Well-
if you don't care for us, you were under our charge, and we are working on a plan to get your sister back. I thought you might like to be informed.
Well, do tell what this wonderful plan of yours entails.
We've had a meeting with the Vistani and gotten some very good information about ways to fight Strahd. We have to collect things.
You met with the Vistani, and you've gotten ideas on how to defeat Strahd. Oh, you're hilarious.
So you've given up already on your sister?
I want a hairball at his feet.
You simpleton. Do you not even know who the Vistani are?
Cooler than you? Sorry. Maybe I don't really say that.
Please enlighten
Did Jen and
Sarah,
Chelsea
can you
walk
hear
up? Okay, now I can hear you.
me? Please enlighten me.
The Vistani are said to be on Strahd's good side ever since the beginning. They did something to earn his favor, and now they come and go as they please. That's why they are able to trade and get goods in that others cannot. Basically, you just made a deal with his minions. And this is what you offer me to get my sister back? And to right the wrongs that you did to me?
Did you?
What wrongs did we...
Other than failing to protect your sister, which he's just as guilty of having
Yeah.
been there.
Take it there as well?
I was, but I hired a large group to help protect my sister.
One, you did not hire us. You never gave us money. You never gave us goods. You asked us for help, and out of the generosity of our hearts, we agreed.
Well,
You didn't properly explain the problem.
And in case you forgot, the entire group that you quote unquote hired was fighting a shit ton of shit. And instead of helping us fight, which honestly you're more in the way than anything, and don't even try to argue that with me, you could have been, I don't know, watching your sister.
well, as I remember it, I landed the killing blow on most of those creatures, so don't talk to me about such things.
Actually help.
You gotta get off the drugs, guys.
In only my sister's head, I say I'm about to land a killing blow right the fuck now.
Everybody but me on board here.
And we were worried about girlage and smell.
Yeah, she's about to kill him right in front of everybody.
Listen to your inner voice.
No, no.
I don't know where the rest of you are or what you were up to, but
Mom, until he
it's Mark, shut her up.
Damn it.
Shit.
Well, we heard that.
Nothing else. We heard Chelsea.
Yeah, all we heard was Chelsea say shit.
Well,
Oh, couple words.
Hey. Oh, no.
Is there like a Starbucks they could go to?
right.
Yeah, I'm like,
Well,
oh, I can still see y'all moving.
I can hear you guys now. Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
What did Ishmark do? Because all we got was he says something, and then it all just went to hell.
He punched you in the face.
I don't believe that one bit.
You've got a
Pirate man.
Oh,
you've got a reaction here.
the fuck?
DM please.
Basically, he was saying that he landed all the killing blows. Did they die again?
No.
Okay. Yeah, and I just said that y'all were worried about Smo and Girlage, and y'all, yeah, Bryn is the one that's.
I wouldn't have threatened him if he hadn't insulted my ability to fight things.
And did they lock up again?
Y'all there?
Thanks.
That sucks.
Yeah. Y'all think we should just call it?
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Damn it.
Oh, bummer.
Our first night of not having to quit early, and we're having to quit early.
Sorry, guys. Our internet is
Text?
You're fine.
You're okay.
Yeah, hotel Wi-Fi makes you like refresh it after so long.
It's okay. I will study up on my butler duty.
Yeah.
That place is going to be burnt down. There's going to be dead bodies everywhere.
Oh.
If he makes me run around with a leather loincloth would be awesome.
I just love that Girlage, who everyone thought was going to screw it up, is the one that got hired.
Yeah. One crit fail changed everything.
Yeah.